Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my querying vlog. That sounds so insane to say. I basically wanted to document my entire querying journey start to finish. So that's going to include researching literary agents, putting together my spreadsheet, researching querying in general. I'm going to be watching a whole lot of YouTube videos about querying. I've already started actually. And I'm just going to be documenting the entire thing. I really enjoyed documenting my author-mentor match experience. It was so much fun to do in the moment because it gave me a way to express what I was going through. And then it's also just really fun to look back on, and this is something that I definitely want to be able to look back on. Welcome to my querying journey for Reasons Why Not To. It is my YA contemporary novel about a girl named Lila Gray, and all she wants is to go to a book festival in California over the summer. The only things standing in her way is that she has no money, and also she has really bad social anxiety. So I love this book with my entire heart. I hope that this querying journey goes well. I have no idea. I am sure this is about to be a wild ride I'm gonna take you guys on, but I'm also really excited. So without further ado, let's just jump right on into my querying journey. Okay, so it's currently April the 8th. It's 1:40 p.m. So I'm not going to be querying for quite a few months. I don't know when I'm actually going to be querying. We're thinking probably closer to the end of the year or the beginning of 2022. That sounds crazy to say, but I am the kind of person who likes to plan everything as much as I can, so I'm getting ready for querying by researching literary agents, watching a whole bunch of query videos on YouTube. So let me just share with you guys what I've done so far to kind of catch you guys up. So I do have a query letter written because I needed one for author mentor match. However, I do need to make some edits to it at some point to include that I am a mentee in author mentor match, and I do want to talk to my mentor at some point to ask her if there's any edits I can make to my query letter. But overall, I really do like my query, so I'm just very excited about it. So query is basically done. So now all I gotta do is research agents. I have an Excel spreadsheet open up in front of me for tracking my queries. I took the format that Lindsay Puckett used. I will link her video down below for you guys because it was really helpful and I'm really enjoying using it so far. I have currently 4 agents written down. I have a whole list of agents, however, in my phone written down that I've grabbed from different books or found online or something that I still need to research. But I've researched 4 agents. 2 of them are from the same agency, and that agency has a policy where you can only query 1 agent at a time. So I used Lindsay Puckett's color coding system as well. I don't remember if I used the same colors or not, but she had an on hold color. So agents that she couldn't query quite yet, I have one of the agents marked as on hold right now. Just I remember that I can only query 1 agent from that agency. I've also taken some notes on query videos. I have it written down in my writing research notebook. But I think besides actual query letter things that I already have, like synopsis writing, which by the way I also have a synopsis, and unfortunately I am expecting to update that a little bit just in case any agents want to see a synopsis, which I think so far from my research none of them do, but it's always good to be prepared. But I needed that for author mentor match. But I took a video from Lindsay Puckett, the spreadsheet organization. So I have all that information in here. I watched Jasmine Sky's video on researching literary agents the other day, so I have a whole bunch of notes on that. And then I have a video from Alexa Dunn called Query Etiquette and Best Practices, which was also really helpful. I love doing research like this, so I'm really excited to continue to do this over the next little bit. I'm almost done my revisions for my mentor from author mentor match. I just want to take a couple days off, which I have been doing, and then when I jump back into it on Monday, I'm gonna just read through it and kind of fix it up a little bit before sending it off. And then while Melissa has my book, that is when I'm going to be doing a lot of this query research and also working on another project, because I do think it's going to be very important for me to focus on a different project while I'm waiting for all of this stuff to go down. So that's what's currently happening. I do at some point want to look through my books again to get more agents, because there are newer books that have come out that I haven't looked in yet, and I just want to make sure that I have all the agents that I want to do. So this is very exciting. So I just wanted to give you guys the update that is what I've done so far, and I'm hoping to do more. Querying is all I'm thinking about at the moment. It's to be honest, it's all I've been thinking about for the past year or so. I'm just so excited to go on this journey. I know it's going to be really hard, but I'm hoping obviously that it has a good outcome. You know, I really hope that I get an agent for Reasons Why Not To, but you never know. So that is the update that I have for you right now, and I will update you when I have something else to say. Okay, so it is April 28th now, and I just wanted to give a bit of an update on the whole querying process. So not a lot has been happening. I have just been trying to build my agent list. So a lot of my time has been spent doing research, looking at manuscript wishlist sites, MS wishlist, looking at Publishers Marketplace, looking at all the different agencies, just doing a lot of research. I'm putting agents that I like and feel excited about into my spreadsheet on Excel. I have, I think, 18 agents on my list, but some of them are currently closed to queries, so I have them marked as on hold, and I have a little note saying specifically that they were closed to queries, hoping that they will open to queries by the time that I'm actually querying, or while I'm querying. But I do have quite a few agents that I'm really excited about, which is great. I am actually really nervous that like some of them are gonna close. Like the ones that I'm really excited about, I'm terrified that they're gonna close by the time I get to query, but we'll just have to follow them and make sure that everything is gonna be okay. So that's what I've been doing. I did talk to Melissa the other day about querying, and we've decided, I think, to query in July, at some point in July, which is a huge difference to what I mentioned in one of the last clips, that we were thinking of querying end of the year, beginning of next year, which makes me really excited. Like, querying in July, like that's only a few months away. That is insane to me, but also I'm so excited. I know that querying is going to be really stressful, and I know that I'm going to be going through it while I'm querying, but I'm just going to let myself be excited right now, because this is something that I've been dreaming of doing for years. This is like the first big step to being published, and it's something that I think a lot of writers who dream of pursuing publication traditionally dream about. So I'm just excited that I'm here, that I'm going to be doing it, and I want to hold on to those excited feelings for as long as I can, because I know that it is going to be really stressful and mentally taxing. Like, I know it's going to be hard, so I kind of just want to enjoy these feelings while I can. But while I was talking to my mentor, we also decided to revise my query letter a little bit. So Melissa went in and kind of restructured it a little bit, and I'm actually obsessed with it now. Like, I really liked it before when I wrote it for our author mentor match, but she just helped bring it to like this whole new level. I am obsessed with like the first line of the actual query now. Like, oh, it just made me so excited, and it made it feel so much more real. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna be querying in a few months to look for a literary agent so that I can be published. I am going insane. So I am hoping to continue building up my agent list. It is quite difficult finding agents, it's quite stressful, but I do have a whole list of agencies that I think I've yet to actually look at, so I need to do that. But I'm very excited about some of the agents on here, and I'm just like the possibilities, It's also freaking me out that one of the agents that is currently on this list, or that will in the future be on this list, that could end up being my agent. Like, that's also freaking me out. There's always obviously the possibility that this won't work out and that I won't get an agent for reasons why not to, which is terrifying, because I love this book so desperately, and I really want you guys to be able to read it too, and I really want to get an agent for it. I'm gonna cry because I am emotional, so I'm really hoping that this book can get an agent, but I know that it's obviously a possibility that it won't, and that I'll have to just query something else at some point. But right now, I'm gonna try to be optimistic and be excited about the possibility of having reasons why not to be the book that gets me an agent. And so I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say that one of these agents that is currently on this list, or that will be on this list in the near future, will be my agent, and that freaks me out, because right now they're just a name on a spreadsheet. And hopefully one day they will be representing me, which is insane. So I'm gonna continue building this list. I'm gonna continue watching YouTube videos on querying. I haven't done any in a while. I really want to watch some on what to do like for the call, just so I can be prepared if that miraculously does happen. Also, I'm not even querying yet, obviously, but I had a querying stress dream the other night, and it freaked me out, because I was like, how am I already having stress dreams about something that I'm not even going through yet? You know what I mean? Like, I had a stress dream for author mentor match, but like we were like getting ready to submit to author mentor match, and that's what the dream was about. But this one, I was actually querying, and I was like out and about, and I had, I think, queried like 4 agents or something, and then like within the same day I got like multiple requests. It was like 2 or 3, I think, for my full manuscript or for a partial, and then they all rejected me, and it was terrifying. And I was like, why is my brain doing this to me? I'm not even querying yet. So thought I would mention that because I thought it was funny and also very annoying, because brain, why are you doing that to me? But yeah, all in all, I'm feeling very excited. I'm really happy that we're going to be querying hopefully in July. I'm just so excited. Like, I can't believe that I'm here. Like, what? Okay, so it is May 23rd. I haven't had much to update on the querying front, but I think the last clip was me doing some revisions on the query letter with Melissa. Loved them a lot. I sent that query to my AMM critique group that I was put in, and they gave me some more helpful critiques, and so I revised it again, and I love it. Like, I'm really happy with the critiques that I've done. I think it really brought it to a new level. Also today, I decided to revise the synopsis, which was stressful because I was trying to remember what happens in this draft of the book and not the other ones, and making sure that like I fixed all the edits that I've done in the book to make sure that it was like accurate to what the book currently looks like. It was stressful. Also, synopses are the worst. I hate them. Yeah, and Melissa is finishing the edits on the book a week earlier than planned. She should have them to me by tomorrow, which is insane. So the plan is to start doing revisions on that, and then she said that's my final edit pass before starting to query, which is really, really crazy. Also, she just texted me, and we might be doing June PitMad. June 3rd. I'm gonna have to talk to her in a second. Oh my goodness. So things are happening. Things are moving very quickly. I'm very excited about it. I will check back in when I have something else to talk about, but things have been happening. I'm very excited. I'm still building my agent list, working on pitches for PitMad. Lots of things have been happening. I am so excited. Oh my god. Okay, so I had a Zoom call with my mentor Melissa earlier today, and it was so much fun. We talked for hours, and it was literally, I don't know, like I couldn't stop smiling, and my cheeks actually hurt. Like my face hurt afterwards because I was just smiling and laughing so much with her, and I think I gave myself a headache too. But we talked about querying and PitMad and my book, obviously, and I'm just feeling really good and really excited right now to go on this journey with her, and just like go on this journey in general. Like, this is something that I've been dreaming about doing for years, and to just think that like I'm here and like it's about to happen and things are happening, like I'm so excited. Like, publishing has been my dream since I was a kid. Like, I remember being like 6 or 7 years old, finding a random book in my elementary school's library about how a book is made. I thought it was like a legit like how-to book of like how to get your book published, but really it was just like explaining like how a book is actually physically made. But like I took it very seriously. I checked the book out. I went home. I wrote down the book word for word on pieces of paper so that I would always have it. I don't think I have it anymore, but like that's how serious I was at like age 7 or 8 or something. Like I was set that I was gonna be a published author, and that was my life's dream. So to think that like I'm finally getting to try to get my book published, like yes, I've been writing for a long time, but like I'm actively going to be trying to get an agent and get my book published, which just feels wild to me. Like it could happen. Fingers crossed it happens. We are manifesting that it happens. But yeah, anyways, Melissa loved my pitches, which makes me feel really good. I'm really excited about them. We just have some small tweaks to do, but I'm so excited about it. She also liked my new revised query, which makes me feel great because I really liked it. Yeah, I'm just, whew, I'm feeling literally, I don't know, I just feel so supported right now, and the few people that I have told I'm doing PitMad to are also really excited, and they're like ready to retweet my pitches, which is just so incredibly exciting, and their support means the absolute world to me. I am just so ready to take this step. I mean, I don't think I'll ever be like fully ready to query, but I don't think anyone can be. So I'm just gonna go into it as ready as I can, and just hope for the best, manifest that good things will happen for me, because I really, really want good things to happen, obviously. I'm just feeling very, very good today. Like I had a good day. I had a good talk with Melissa, and I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really happy, and I'm really excited to do PitMad in just over a week, which makes me want to cry. So I'm very, very excited. Okay, so it's June 2nd, the day before PitMad Eve, if you will, and I'm about to schedule my tweets for tomorrow. I already put out an announcement tweet today letting all my followers know that I'm doing PitMad tomorrow and just reminding them that likes are reserved for agents, so to try to only retweet and comment, just to try to minimize the anxiety that I'm going to feel tomorrow by seeing likes. I know that it's inevitable that somebody's not going to know the rules and they're going to like the tweet anyways, and it's not that big of a deal. I just know that it's going to stress me out. So far I have 50 likes on the tweet and 15 retweets, 14 comments. I'm feeling so loved and supported right now by everybody, so I'm really excited. But anyways, so I'm going to schedule these pitches right now, and I'm really nervous about it because it feels really surreal, and I'm real heckin' nervous about it. So let's get going. Okay, this is stressful. Schedule, make sure I don't accidentally put it up today. And because PitMad is run through EST and I'm in PST, I need to make sure that I'm scheduling these for the correct time. 3 hours difference. Okay, so I want this one to go up at 8 in the morning EST, which means it's 5 in the morning here, and I'm actually gonna try to wake up tomorrow at like 5 in the morning so that I can like send my pitches off to everybody, because I don't want to be asleep during PitMad, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be asleep while it's happening. So I think I'm gonna do it like just off of the minute. So I think I might do a 1, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Just double checking. It's gonna be 8 in the morning. Like I'm so scared to press schedule because like I don't like, I can still change it if I need to, but I don't think I want to. Schedule. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the first one. 2 more. Okay, what order do I want to do this in? I think I'm just gonna do it in the order that they're here. Okay, I'm gonna schedule this first because I'm terrified that I'm gonna press send before the time, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so I'm gonna space them out, I think like 3-ish hours apart. So if we're doing it at 5 in the morning, it'll be 6, 7, 8 in the morning, which will be like 11 their time. Schedule. Oh my god. Okay, one more. I can do it. This feels so surreal. My goodness. Okay, so that one was 8. I'm being torn but whether or not I want to schedule this one a bit earlier than the others, just because I've heard that things kind of like die down after like the first few hours. So maybe I'll do this one 2 hours after. I can always come back and change the time, so maybe I'll do 2 hours after. So if it's 8, I'll do 10. This is crazy. All 3 of my tweets are scheduled. All 3 of my tweets are scheduled. I'm doing PitMad. There's like, I'm doing PitMad. I am ready to be perceived. This is crazy. So yeah, like I said, my plan is to wake up as my pitches are going live. So I want to wake up just before 5 a.m., just before, 8 a.m. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm gonna try to go to bed earlier tonight so I can still get a good chunk of sleep, because I'm just assuming that once I wake up, I'm gonna be too anxious to fall back asleep, because I'm just gonna want to see if I'm getting any agent likes. I want to get as much sleep as I can going into it. I'm anxious, but we're doing it. We are doing it. We are doing the thing, and I'm anxious about it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so there is 7 minutes until PitMad officially starts. As you guys saw, it is 4:53 in the morning. I am so tired. I did not sleep well because I kept waking up with anxiety, and I literally feel sick to my stomach, so we love that for me. But this was expected. I knew that I wasn't going to feel great today. I'm very excited. I am very nervous. Now there's 6 minutes until PitMad starts, 8 minutes until my tweet goes live, because apparently doing it off the hour is good. I don't know. My tweets are all going up at 02. I'm really nervous. Last night an agent did like my announcement tweet, so naturally I had a dream where they were the first one to like my first pitch. But just because they liked my announcement tweet does not mean that they are going to like one of my pitches. I don't know. There are a lot of nerves happening right now. I highly doubt that I'll be able to fall back asleep after this, which was my initial plan, was to like go back to sleep for a couple hours till my next pitch went live. But I think once that first pitch is out there, I'm going to be too anxious. Like, I am already feeling like I'm gonna puke, which is not a lovely feeling. and I want to make sure that I'm retweeting everyone else's pitches, especially my AMM people who are all doing it with me. Yeah, I also need to make sure I'm sending my pitch to everybody, so I'm stressed to the max, but I'm awake, and PitMad is almost here, so I'm gonna talk to my friends who are also doing it and freak out together before it starts. So I will see you guys when my pitch goes live. My first pitch went live. What is real life? Oh my goodness. I'm retweeting things right now for my friends. I'm literally dying. I'm also sending my tweet to people. There's a lot of things happening right now. I was not prepared for 5:02 to hit, and it's already 5:04. Like, I can't believe that this is real life. Like, I can't believe that this is currently happening and then I'm doing PitMad. Like, I saw my tweet on my own profile and I like didn't believe that it was there. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Oh my god. Okay, I need to send it to more people. I feel like I'm gonna puke. I'm currently ignoring all my notifications because I just can't deal. I need to go on my phone and send it to the AMM Slack. I'm freaking out. Okay, I'm gonna check back in with you guys later. So a little while ago, I got an agent like. I mean, it's from the same agent who liked my announcement tweet yesterday. Yep, I also got an editor like, which is also really exciting. That just basically means that in like my query letter I can say that I got an editor like from like this publishing house for, you know, an agent to possibly submit to in the future. It's very exciting. Also, I put out my second pitch a little while ago. The agent like was on the first pitch. I'm freaking out a little bit. I did a Zoom call with Julia for a little while, but they had to go to a doctor's appointment, so they'll be back at some point. I'm hoping that Peyton will wake up soon so that we can video chat. I'm just, whew, I'm feeling all of the nerves, all the anxiety. I ate food. I felt a lot better after eating food because I was feeling quite sick, but I'm feeling a bit better now. I'm just, lots of things. So my computer is dying, so I'm gonna go plug it in. I'm gonna not look at my phone for a little while, and I'm gonna get ready for the day. And hopefully by getting ready, it'll mean that I won't fall asleep, and I'm also hoping to get some energy, so I might drink some like pop soon or something. I don't know. I'm gonna be purely running off adrenaline today because I am so tired. Okay, so it is now 10:20 in the morning, and my last pitch for PitMad has gone up. Which is super like weirdly emotional and like overwhelming because it is the last thing that I can do. Like, there's no more pitches to throw out there, so this is all I've got. If these 3 pitches don't do well, that's it. That's, you know, that's the end of it. It's very odd, but it currently has 40 retweets, no likes. I don't think I've gotten any more like industry like since I've last talked to you. I'm currently video chatting Julia and Peyton, and they're like talking in my ear. My first tweet has 141 retweets. It's currently the one that's most popular, which was my goal and my hope because it's my favorite out of all 3 of the pitches. And then the second one has 77 retweets. It has 1 like, but just from a random person who didn't know the rules, which is fine. So yeah, this is crazy. I can't believe that I've pitched all my pitches. Like, it feels like it's so early in the day because it is, but like it's also 3 hours ahead Eastern Standard Time, so it feels very wild. But hopefully agents will still be going on Twitter, still liking pitches, so I'm just kind of chilling until then, trying to retweet other people's pitches. It's been a crazy day and I'm feeling extremely exhausted, but it is what it is. Literally like 2 or 3 minutes after that last clip, I got an agent like from like an agency that I already had an agent from on my list, so that's really exciting. So I'm gonna research this agent, look into them a little bit, but I'm excited. I got an agent like, oh my god. Hopefully this just keeps getting better and better. You know, like I said earlier, it's still early in the day, so like we have time for more agents. I'm very excited. I'm about to send my very first query ever. I have Peyton and Julia on Zoom with me, and they want to say a special message. A special message. They want to say a special message.
I want to say I'm so proud of my little Brittany over here. I've been reading her book. I'm reading it for the 3rd time right now. I love it so much. Macy, are you kidding me? My dog chose this freaking moment to ruin the moment. Okay, but I love her book so much. I'm so proud of my little Brittany, and I'm so excited for her to start her querying journey and to get her agent, because every agent in the world is gonna want her. Okay, I'm just freaking saying. Okay. But I don't know why they wouldn't want her book, because it's the best freaking book out there. I'm already telling you, it's going to be a bestseller of all time. Gonna get the #1 spot. I'm gonna get a signed copy. And I love you. That's it.
Aww. Julia, do you want to say something?
Of course I want to say something. Hello, Brittany's followers and world. I'm so freaking proud of her. Like, look at her just getting her agents and, like, writing. The book is amazing, y'all. Like, we love it. Hayden really just said everything that is better than me. Like, wow. I want a signed copy also. We better design the cover, too. Y'all, get ready for the movie adaptation that I will be writing and directing. But Brittany, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud of you. That book is so good, and I'm so thankful that you did it. That's my message to your blog.
I'm gonna cry. Okay, I need to send my query now. Oh no. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm just making sure everything is okay with my query before I move on. Okay, I need to put my pages in. Okay, are we ready? I'm so nervous. Like, there's no going back once this is sent. Like, it's out there. Whew, okay. Okay, I need you to hype me up for a second. I sent it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. That's terrifying. I can't believe I just sent my first ever query. Like, I'm officially in the query trenches. I don't know how to breathe. I'm so emotional. Holy shit. Holy shit. I sent my very first query. I'm just gonna let that like sink in for a minute, because publishing has been my dream for my entire life. Like, I don't remember a time where I wasn't writing or didn't want to be published. And like, I just sent my first ever query to try to make that happen, and I'm really emotional about it. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting to do that today. I thought I was gonna wait a couple of days, but I was like, no, I gotta do it right now. Time to send the rest, I guess. Okay, so it is the next day now. PitMad was crazy yesterday. I mean, I woke up at 4:45 in the morning. I literally almost stayed up for 24 hours, which was insane, and I'm so tired. But PitMad was crazy. It was such a lovely experience. I appreciate all of the love and support that I got from the community. It felt so lovely. So yesterday I only managed to send out the 2 queries because I had to go get a haircut. And then I was at my friend's house for the rest of the night. But I just sent out 3 more queries, and it was so stressful. Like, it's so stressful to make sure that like you have their name spelled correctly in like all different places, that you have everything formatted correctly, that you have the, you know, the right amount of pages, that you have the right, like everything, like all the submission guidelines are fine. Like, it's so stressful to make sure that each person's query is obviously like correct. It's very stressful, but I sent out 3 more queries, so I officially have 5 queries in the trenches. That's insane. I am in the query trenches. I kept saying it to myself yesterday and saying it out loud to my friend, and I was like, I'm querying, like I'm querying. Like, it was so weird, and it's like such a weird concept to me, because I've been looking forward to this for so long. Like, literally years I've been dying to query this book and just query in general, and I am just literally so excited. I'm querying. I'm querying reasons why not to. That is insane. This morning, shortly after I woke up, I did get an email from one of the agents that I submitted to yesterday, but it was just like a confirmation email. I guess they don't have like an auto one set up, so she took time out of her day to just like send me a confirmation email and let me know that she was so excited about my pitch because she liked the announcement tweet the day before. She said like when she saw the aesthetic in my announcement tweet, she knew that she wanted the book, so she yeah, so I queried her and she's very excited, and she's like, I just want to like let you know that like I got the pages safely, they got to me, and it might take me a little bit to get to them. So whew, I'm querying. Like, we're in the querying part of this vlog, not just like the prep part. Like, no, we're querying. That's insane. Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, anything, literally anything can happen from this point forward. I know it's going to include rejections, and it's going to hurt my soul, and it's going to make me cry, but that's fine. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel my feelings, but I know that I'm also going to be able to pick myself back up and like get through it and do it and keep querying, because there's nothing that I want more in the world than to be a published author, and I'm not going to give up, no matter how hard it is. I don't want to cry, which I can't because I don't want to mess up my makeup, but this is such a weird experience. I'm querying. So it is June 9th. I have been querying for about a week, and it's stressful. It started out not being that bad because I wasn't checking my email as much as I thought that I would, and the second that I acknowledged that, I started to become obsessive and checking my email a lot. So that's fun. I haven't heard anything, no full requests, no anything, so I have no idea what's going on at the moment. I mean, like I said, it's only a week into querying, so I have to be patient. You know, it's gonna take some time, but I am feeling pretty good about it. So, you know, I think everything will happen the way it's supposed to happen, and I just need to be patient and not rush it. But I was talking to my friend Kath about it the other day, and she said something that just made so much sense. She was like, well, this is like your dream. Like, this is like your lifelong dream, and you're trying to make it happen. So like, of course you're going to be anxious about it because, you know, you've worked so hard for it. And I was like, oh my god. Like, when you put it that way, yeah, like I've been working towards this my entire life. So it makes sense that I'm going to be extremely anxious about it because it's in like these agents' hands now. You know, like it's their choice whether or not they want to read the full book and offer representation. It's very stressful. I have like a good feeling about it. Like, I have a good gut feeling. I'm hoping that my gut isn't wrong. So I guess we're just going to have to see, but I just thought I would hop in and give you a little update, and say that there is no news. I'm very stressed out about it. I've been checking my email way more than I should, since I know nothing's going to be in there, since I get notifications for emails. I did get an email this morning which had my heart drop into my stomach because I saw the email notification when I woke up, and I was like, take a deep breath, prepare yourself. And I clicked on it, and it was not. It was just some spam. So that was really disappointing because I was really hoping that it would be a response from somebody. But it is what it is. Hopefully I will hear something soon. It is June 10th, and I got my very first rejection today. I got it many hours ago, but I was out with a friend, and so I didn't have time to like film a clip immediately after or anything like that. But I'm surprisingly doing okay. I thought that when I got my first rejection, I would like at least like cry a little bit, and maybe I didn't cry when I saw it because I was out with a friend, and so like I had their like support, I guess, but I didn't cry, and I don't feel like crying now. Like, I'm weirdly like at peace with it, which like I'm happy for, obviously, but a rejection just means that I'm like one step closer to getting an agent. You know, this agent was obviously just not the right fit for my story. It was a rejection based off just the query in first 10 pages, so it wasn't even on the full book, so they didn't get the full picture, and so I don't feel that bad about it. Of course, I wish that they wanted the full book and, you know, then rejected off of that, but it hurts less this way, I guess. I don't know. I just know that rejection is a part of the process, and I guess I just really prepared myself for that, and I think I prepared better than I thought I was going to. I always thought that I would never be prepared to get a rejection, and maybe once I start querying other agents and get more rejections, maybe it'll start to sting more. It probably will, but right now I'm feeling good, and it's weird because like it's a week after PitMad and I got my first rejection. It's wild. Life is wild. But I'm not that upset about it. I feel fine. It is a little sad. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it does hurt to get rejected. It did hurt to see the email pop up, get really excited thinking, oh, this could be a full request, clicking on it and realizing that it was a rejection. It did hurt and it did sting. But I'm just surprised that I'm not more upset, and it's good that I'm not more upset and that I have this more like positive outlook on it, more optimistic outlook on it, I guess. I'm feeling okay about it. Like, I'm not feeling crushed or discouraged. Like, I'm gonna get up tomorrow and I'm gonna be fine, and I'm gonna keep writing, and I'm gonna, you know, keep trucking along. Like, I feel good, which is good. Like, you don't want to get crushed. Like, I'm really happy that I'm feeling okay. But like I said, I'm sure that it's gonna hit me once I get a couple more rejections. Hopefully I'll get some full requests before then. But yeah, I got my first rejection today. So it's now June 14th, and still no responses on any of my other queries, although one of them is typically a fast responder, and apparently they only respond to queries if they want to request a full, and so I'm going to assume that is just a no. So I'm going to consider that query to be a rejection unless I hear otherwise, but for now I'm going to consider that to be a rejection since it has been like 2 weeks since I've sent the query, just over 2 weeks, so I'm just taking it as a rejection at this point. But I still have 3 queries out, so we're still waiting. Yeah, but no new news or anything besides the assumed rejection. I wasn't really expecting much from that agent anyways, because they have said publicly that they were looking for more adult books at the moment as opposed to YA, so I knew that it was a shot in the dark anyways. Like, it was a long shot, so I'm not too upset about that one. So I feel like I'm handling rejection pretty well, which I'm happy with. Like, obviously it's bumming me out a little bit, but not nearly as much as I thought it was going to. So hopefully soon I will hear some good news, because the silence is kind of killing me a little bit. Unfortunately, I got another rejection this morning. So this one stings a bit more than the first one. I now have 3 rejections out of the 5 queries that I sent in my first batch. This one was partially personalized. The first paragraph is personalized and the rest is what we assume is a form. And this one was on the first 50 pages of my manuscript because that's what they requested for PitMad tweets. So I'm assuming because they did read a little bit more, that's why they personalized it a bit. And what they personalized was lovely. They commented on how authentic the anxiety representation was and how charming the pages were, so that was really great. But it does sting a bit more since this is like the second official rejection, and I was kind of excited about this agent, but it's okay. But because I now have 3 responses, technically, Melissa said that I can go ahead and send more queries. So I'm going to go ahead and query 5 more agents in my second batch, and hopefully these ones go okay. I think that if I get rejections, when I get rejections, because you know it's going to happen in this second batch, I do think it's going to sting a bit more than the PitMad ones, because I specifically researched these agents and picked them out to query, so I think these ones are going to sting a bit more. So I'm nervous, but I am excited to be sending more queries because I've been feeling a little bit helpless not being able to do anything and just like waiting around for people to like respond. So I'm going to send out 5 more queries. The trenches, guys, it's tough. To quote Olivia Rodrigo, it's brutal out here. Okay, it is 10:32 a.m. on June 23rd. And I woke up to my very first partial request this morning. Like, my hair is not brushed, I am still in my pajamas, and I'm shaking. Like, I am freaking out. So I woke up at 9 something and looked at my phone. There was nothing. So I went back to bed. But I didn't really fall asleep, you know, I was just kind of chilling there. And then I think one of my alarms went off, and so I went to go turn it off, and then I saw that there was an email icon, and I was like, oh no. So I just kind of like swiped down just to see who it was from. Like, I didn't like swipe to open it or anything, I just swiped to see who it was from, and I saw who it was from, and I freaked out. And I know you're not supposed to have like top agents or dream agents, and I try not to, but you know, it's human nature, I can't help it. This agent's one of my top agents. Their manuscript wish list just really seemed to fit Reasons Why Not To. She reps some really good authors, and I've just been excited about her from the start. And so at the very least I was really hoping to get a full, but apparently they only request partials first, so I'm still counting this as a huge ass win, obviously, and hopefully it'll lead to a full, who knows. I really needed some good news, you know. I really needed some good news because it's been not great on the querying front so far. You've seen I've technically gotten 3 rejections, and I've had a lot of stuff going on personally that has sucked. And so like I really needed this good news. I really did. So I'm really happy. I already sent it out. I sent it out literally only 19 minutes after they sent the email. And I'm just really excited. My mentor thinks it'll probably take them a month to get back to me on this partial. So it's going to be a lot of waiting from here to hear back from them. But I still have other queries out. I have the other 4 queries that I just sent out the other day. And I also have the 2 other queries from the first batch. I have 6 queries still out that need responding to. So hopefully it won't be radio silence for the next month, because that would suck. Hopefully I hear something good within the next month, and hopefully this agent will respond quickly and with good news. I would literally love to get a full request from this agent. Like, even if it doesn't go anywhere, it'll feel good. But like, I feel really good knowing that like they read the first, I think it was 10 pages, and wanted to read more. And I really like where my 50 pages ends. I feel like it ends in a really good and happy and exciting spot. I'm excited. I feel like I could cry. Like, I really needed this good news. Yeah. Okay, it is the 25th of June now, and I got another rejection this morning. So this one was from an entire agency, not just one agent. On their submission form, there was nowhere to say a specific agent, so I just queried the entire agency, and it was just a rejection. Honestly, I'm not that upset about it. I'm doing fine, doing good. Because I got another rejection, Melissa said that there was no reason why I couldn't send out another query to replace that one, so I just sent out another query, and it's one that I'm really excited about, but also really nervous about. Like, really nervous about. So there we go. There we go. I sent out another query. This is wild. This whole journey is just wild. It's July 7th. And I just got a rejection on that partial request. I wasn't gonna document this, as I was like in the middle of a like sob fest. But I thought that it'd be important to, you know, document the real feelings of querying. And I thought that this would be nice to look back on when things aren't so hard. This is the first rejection that I got that really hurts, and I think it's because, oh my god, I look awful. I think it's because it was on partial, so it wasn't just on the query and sample pages, you know, it was something that they requested or wanted, and you know, they said very nice things. It was a very nice rejection. But at the end of the day, it was a rejection. Yeah, this is the first one that really hurt, where I felt like I was being sucker punched. And March said to like take a second, and I just started crying. And I think it's just, this one's hitting hard because this agent was one of my top ones, which, you know, you're not supposed to have, but I do, because everyone does. And then just on top of that, like, I just have a lot going on right now in my life. And this was just a cherry on top of the fucking cake. I'm gonna send out another query though. I'm gonna, you know, pick myself up, and I'm gonna send another query. And it's gonna be okay. Like, I know it just means that this wasn't the right agent for me, but you know, that's what it means. And I know it means that I'm just closer to finding the agent that is right for me. Oh my god, I sound disgusting. But yeah, I'd be lying, obviously, if I said that this one didn't really hurt. And that, you know, even though I've only been querying for a month, it's really starting to get to me. It's hard. It's really hard. Okay, so it's currently the 21st of July, and I haven't updated in a little while because, if I'm being honest, it's getting really hard to update this vlog when things just aren't going great. Like, I don't want to pick up the camera every time I get a rejection. It's not fun. I've started even texting my friends about it a bit less, only telling a few people, because it's just really discouraging to have to tell people every time you get a rejection. and to like kind of like admit that little bit of failure, and then to have everyone try to uplift you again and try to tell you that it's gonna be okay. Like it's just hard to constantly hear that, and it's hard to update this vlog and have no good news to tell you. Like I have no good news, I have no updates. There's nothing good happening in my querying world right now. Like I am very deep in the querying trenches, and it hurts. It's hard. I hate it. It's really brutal out here. I have gotten a few more rejections since last updating you. I don't remember how many, but I've gotten a few since the last really heartbreaking one that I updated on, and each of them have hurt. I got one yesterday morning, and that one has hurt the most out of the ones since the really painful one. But I did not cry. I have not cried since the clip that I made. But it's been really hard, you know? I did send out 7 more queries. I currently have 11 queries out in total. But me and my mentor are considering revisiting my opening pages or my query if I continue to get rejections without any full requests. I hate the idea of doing that, because I finally got to a place where I was happy with my opening pages. It's been a real struggle to love them and to feel proud of them. But finally, with the edits that I've been doing with Melissa, I finally love my opening. Querying is so complicated because when all your rejections are forms, you don't know what's wrong or if it's just subjective. Like, it's so hard to know what you're supposed to do to make things better. I don't know if it's the query letter that's not working. Like we have no idea what's happening, and that's really difficult. I think I might not send out any more queries this summer, except to maybe a couple of agents who are opening. There are 2 agents on my list who are reopening in August. I don't know if they're reopening very beginning of August or just at random points in August. I'm gonna keep an eye on them, but 2 agents are opening in August, and then 1 is opening at the end of summer. I don't know if that means the end of August or if that means at some point in September, but they're closed for summer. So I think those might be the only ones that I'm going to query. But I think besides that, I kind of just want to take a break from querying until the fall, like until like September time, because I think people are just overwhelmed right now, and they're busy and they're closed. And I think summer is just a really bad time to be querying. Not like there is ever a good time to be querying, but I think right now is a particularly bad time, which is really unfortunate. Basically, querying is taking all of my energy, and I'm not having a great time. And honestly, it is really hard to film this entire experience because I want to be honest with you. I want to show you how hard querying is, you know, and to hopefully have a happy ending, you know, at the end of the vlog that can give other querying people hope. But it's really hard when like I'm in the thick of it and I don't know how this vlog is gonna end, and I don't know if there's a happy ending here, and it's really hard to come on here every time and admit to getting rejected, and to admit to the failure, and to admit that things aren't going well. It's hard. It's hard. Public failure is hard. And like technically I don't have to show this to anybody. I don't have to post this. I'm going to, hopefully, if I get an agent. It's really, it feels really embarrassing for some reason, even though I know it's not embarrassing, but it just feels embarrassing to be getting all of these rejections. And I hate that I feel that way because I know that I shouldn't. Oh, it's hard. It's really hard. Okay, so it's August 7th now. I honestly don't even know what the last update I made was, but last night I got a partial request from an agent, and it's one I'm really excited about. And this partial was for 100 pages, whereas the last partial I received was for 50 pages. So that's really exciting. I really was not expecting to get any sort of querying email last night. I usually get all my emails in the morning. I think this is only like the second one that has come at nighttime, so I wasn't expecting it. I was just like sitting down watching TV with my mom, and all of a sudden I had an email, and it took me quite a few minutes to open it because I was really nervous it was going to be a rejection. And even like the opening of the email read like how most of my rejections have started out, like thanking me for sending the book, and I was like, oh no, it's a rejection. And then I kept reading and I was like, wait, it's not a rejection. So I don't know, I really needed this good news. You guys obviously have been watching this entire journey and it's been really hard, and I just really needed some good news. And you know, even like yesterday during the day I was like texting a couple different people and I was like, querying has been so quiet this entire week, like it's just been dead silence. Haven't heard anything, and you know, it's summer, it's busy, I get it, but I was just like feeling really anxious. I'm like, I haven't heard anything all week, I haven't gotten a single response. And then I got a partial request and I'm really excited about it. I don't know how long it's going to take to hear back about the partial, but fingers crossed that it turns into a full request, because that would be amazing. But I really needed this good news. Like I really needed this good news. It's been so discouraging recently dealing with all of these rejections and just feeling like I can't do this, like I'm not good enough, this book isn't good enough. Just all of these doubts have been riddling my brain, and so this was like a really nice reassurance and is making me feel a little bit better. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, but I can already tell you, if this turns out to be another rejection, it's going to be just as crushing as the last rejection I got in the partial, and I know that I'm going to have a sob fest again. So fingers crossed that it is a full request and that, you know, I can keep this good feeling going for a little while. But even though I know it's going to take a while for this agent to get back to me on this partial, I'm just happy that I have like this little seed of hope now that I can hold on to through all of the rejections. Because like for the past month, all I've had are rejections, just rejection after rejection, with like no real seed of hope. I mean, there are two agents that have more pages than the average agent. One of them has 50 and one of them has the full book, because that's what was in their submission guidelines, that's what they asked for. But I'm not holding out as much hope for those ones, and like I'm not feeling as jazzed about it because they didn't specifically request the materials. That's just their standard sample pages, like that's just their sample submission guidelines. So they didn't like specifically request those pages from me, so it's not as exciting right off the bat as an agent who specifically requests the material. But I'm just feeling really happy right now, and I'm really going to try to hold on to this feeling because it feels amazing, and I know that this feeling doesn't always last. So I'm trying to think of the happy things, think of the good things, and just hold on to them for as long as I can, because querying is so rough. But this is a good thing. It's a good thing, and I'm going to try to remember that and hold on to that, and hopefully it'll help me get through any further rejections that I may get. But for right now, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy, which is a very nice change to how I've been feeling recently. So it's now September 7th. It's been over a month since I got my partial request that I last updated you on, and I have heard absolutely nothing since then. Yeah, I've not heard any query response since I got the partial request. Publishing has been very quiet, I think, across the board for a lot of people right now, but it's now after Labor Day, and apparently publishing opens up more after Labor Day, so fingers crossed that I'll start to hear some more responses. But I just revised my query letter because we've decided that since I haven't been getting too much interest, that we should try revising the query just to see if that would get me some more bite on it. And if that fails, then I will go ahead and try to revise the opening pages, which I really don't want to do, but I will if I have to. But we're just going to stick with the query for now. So I did send out another test batch today. I sent to 4 agents, one of which just opened today, And looking at Query Tracker, she's gotten so many queries today. Not everybody uses Query Tracker, which means she's probably gotten even more than what I think she's gotten. So I'm really stressed, and it's probably going to take her a while to get to my query, but the 3 others are fast responders, and I did that so I can hopefully get a response on this query quicker and hopefully see if it's working or not. I'm hoping to get at least 1 full request out of one of them. More would obviously be a great and so welcome. As for the other 6 queries that I have out, I think I'm going to have to end up closing most of them with no responses. One of them, their average response time is where I should be hearing back from them by tomorrow, and I just don't think that's gonna happen. So I think after tomorrow I'm gonna close them as a no response. I'm thinking most of them are gonna end up being that way, which is unfortunate, and I feel like that's just why it's been so quiet recently, because I do think they're all going to end up being no responses, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But I have hope for these new 4 that I've sent out, and hopefully I'll hear something soon, because my email has cobwebs in it, and it's been very discouraging and very saddening to wake up every morning and not have an email there. If I'm being completely honest, like it's been rough. It's been rough. I also did an update, but I did another round of PitMad on September 2nd, and I did manage to snag 3 agent likes, I think, but I didn't end up submitting to any of them because they just didn't feel like the right fit for me. So it kind of felt like I got 0 likes, even though I did get likes, which I'm very grateful for, but I just didn't end up submitting to any of them. But yeah, that is what's going on in query land for me, and I'm trying to hold on to hope for that partial request from that 1 agent that I last updated on, and for these 4 new queries that I have out, so fingers crossed. So it's now September 30th, and I sent out 1 other query since my last update. I sent it the next day, I think because the agent had just opened that day or something. I have now heard back from 3 out of the 5 agents that I queried, and they were all rejections, all form rejections, which obviously is not good. I got one of them this morning. I had a gut feeling it was going to be a rejection, so I avoided looking at it for a while. So in my last clip I did mention that this was my test batch for the new query that I revised, and if I didn't get bites from it, then I would do revisions on the opening pages of the book, which I've been trying to do with barely any success. So the thing that I wasn't expecting with querying was having to revise my pages. I had kind of gotten into this mindset that it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna get interest on it, being very hopeful and optimistic, and so I got in this mindset of this is done for now. I don't have to touch this book, hopefully, until I do have an agent. And so the reality is that that's not true. I have to do revisions on it because I am not getting enough interest to continue querying with it the way that it is. There's obviously something in the opening pages that is not interesting enough to most agents to request, and that is really hard because I was in the mindset that I wasn't going to have to revise for a while, and I had finally gotten into a place where I did like my opening, and now I have to reevaluate everything, and that's been really difficult for me. And just in general, I've been really overwhelmed. I haven't been wanting to update the vlog because it's really sad to just keep updating with sad news, I don't want to have to update every time I get a rejection and be sad about it. And I'm starting to get overwhelmed by the amount of footage that I have for this vlog, and just everything is piling on, and it's getting really hard and overwhelming, and I'm having a hard time dealing with it. I am trying to revise the opening pages. I already did some reshuffling of scenes to hopefully get to the action a bit quicker. It's just kind of hard when agents typically only want 10 pages, which is understandable, they're very busy, but it just makes it very difficult to try to get to really exciting stuff within those 10 pages. So reshuffling went okay. I haven't read over it in a while, so I don't know if I'm actually happy with it. Is it better or is it just different? I don't know. That's always the question with revising in general. But then I felt like I info dumped a little bit too much in my opening chapter, and that I was kind of thinking maybe there's a better way to deliver this information that's in the first page in particular, that's not so just info dumpy in your face. And so I sent it to some friends to kind of get their opinions on, and they came back with other edits to do, which was very appreciated. I'm so happy that I'm so grateful that they took the time out of their day to look at the pages again. But I became overwhelmed really quickly because I had prepared myself to hear back on the info dumpy parts, and then they came back with other edits that I wasn't expecting, and now I'm having a crisis about literally everything. So yeah, I've just been very overwhelmed, and it's hard to like let go of the idea of what the book looks like currently and having to make changes to it again. And also, I have not worked on this book since June? No, I have not worked on this book since May, and so I'm very far removed from working on this book. I think this is probably the longest I've gone in a while without working on it. I could be wrong, I don't know, but it's definitely been a while since I've worked on it, and it's really hard to kind of get back into the mindset of working on it. I don't know, I've just been struggling all around, honestly. It's been really, really tough, and I think querying is just harder than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, I knew it was going to be hard, but I think it's harder in different ways than I expected. I didn't expect to have it affect me so much in a way that I am completely drained of energy. I have no energy or motivation to do anything. I'm trying to work on a new project, and I am just overthinking every little thing, and it's becoming impossible to work on. So I didn't expect that, because I've always been able to write through difficult times. So that's been unexpected and not fun, because writing is my escape, and I can't really turn to that at the moment to escape, so that's been tough. I'm still waiting to hear back from the agent who has my partial. Holding out so much hope that they're gonna love it and that they're gonna request the full, because I really, really like this agent. Like, I desperately like this agent. I don't know, I'm gonna try to work on the opening pages today, and hopefully it goes well. I really hope that I can have some good news to report soon, not only for my own well-being and mental health, but also so that this vlog isn't a complete drag and like downer to watch, because that's not fun. But I mean, this is the reality of it. Another harsh reality is that publishing shuts down after American Thanksgiving. So like mid to late November, publishing shuts down for the holidays. So if I don't get an agent by around that time, I'm not going to be able to query anymore or do anything until sometime in the new year, which is really stressful to me, because then it's just like I'm just in limbo for months, and I don't like that feeling, and I don't want this hanging over my head over Christmas. So the mood is not great, the vibes are not here, but I'm gonna try to work on reasons why not to today, and try to get these opening pages to hopefully a better place where I will get more bites when I send out more queries. Wish me luck. Okay, so it's November 18th now. I have not updated the vlog in a very long time. I don't even know the last time that I did. I have not gotten, I don't think, any responses. I might have gotten a rejection or two. At this point, it all just kind of bleeds in together. I've sent out more queries. I haven't heard anything. I mean, we're getting down to the holidays here, so I'm not really expecting all that much. But obviously I'm crying right now. But I was just having a mental breakdown, and I thought that I would vlog, because this has become a constant part of my life, just random breakdowns. Like, nothing happened today. I actually had a pretty good day. I didn't get any rejections, like nothing happened. But I just kind of came into my room and started to cry for absolutely no reason. And I've had multiple shower breakdowns, like just getting into the shower and immediately sinking to the floor and crying. And that's just the reality of querying for me, is just, it's really hard. And so I keep having breakdowns, and it's totally fine, but it's just really hard. It's really brutal, because I'm gonna be completely honest, I thought that I would have an agent by now. I don't know, like, I think that no matter how much I prepared myself for querying, I think I still had like unrealistic notions about it. And, you know, obviously I had a hope for myself and for my book, and it just hasn't lived up to what I wanted it to be. And also querying in general right now is just really awful for everybody, and I'm just tired. I'm really tired. And I was thinking to myself a minute ago that I know that past me would be so proud of myself, because I'm doing the thing. You know, I am trying. I am actively trying to make my dream come true. So I know that past me would be proud. But current me is just really tired. It is really just done. I'm hoping to hear back from the agent who has my partial sometime soon. They did send like an update email a little while ago saying that they are a bit behind, but hoping to get all of their submissions before the holidays. So I'm hoping to hear back from them soon, which is also really adding to my stress and my breakdowns because I'm just so scared that they're gonna say no and then I'm gonna be back to square one with like no hope. So I'm feeling a lot of things right now and I really wish that I wasn't. Yeah, and just to give a little bit more realness, my sleep schedule has become really odd. It's not like that unusual for me, but I keep going to bed really late because there's like this peace and calmness that settles in the late hours. Like it's currently 11:40 and around from 9 to 10 p.m. I know that it's about that time where I'm not going to be getting any responses. Like it's a time where it's like midnight EST, and so it's likely that I'm not going to get any responses. I have gotten responses in that time frame before, but I think it's only been 2. So I know that once those times roll around, I don't have to fear my phone and any vibrate that comes through my phone. I don't have to fear because there's no chance it's going to be an email. And I also know that the second that I go to bed, I'm going to wake up and there's the possibility that there's an email. Every morning when I go to reach for my phone, I have to brace myself for the chance that there's going to be an email on my screen. And that's really hard to deal with every single morning. And it's kind of like every time my phone vibrates throughout the day, there is a chance that it could be an email, and that's terrifying. And I genuinely think that I'm going to have a little bit of trauma in terms of querying when I'm done, or like when I decide that I'm done, when I see the email notification. Like I can't even describe to you the amount of fear that courses through my body when I see the Gmail notification on my phone. I full on start sweating, my heart races, like full on like panic attack mode when I see the email notification, and I just know that it's not gonna go away because I can have someone tell me that they're gonna email me. The email will come in and I'll still have that moment of freaking out thinking that it's an agent, even though I know that my friend just told me that they were going to email me something. So I can just already tell that like I'm going to have some trauma in relation to the Gmail notification, which I realize sounds really dramatic and stupid, but that's just how I feel and it sucks. And I'm rambling at this point, but querying sucks, and I just wanted to show that mental breakdowns do occur even when nothing happens. Like the one time I broken down in the vlog was when I got a rejection from an agent on a partial. But sometimes it's this. Sometimes it's just me crying for absolutely no immediate reason. Like nothing specifically happened to cause this. But here we are. It is January 10th now, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I've been avoiding updating this vlog for a long time. It's just getting very repetitive to update it and say the same things that I've been saying, and it's just been getting really hard to come here and admit what's been going on because it sucks. It really sucks. So let me give you like a quick rundown of everything that's been happening. Literally the day after I last updated this vlog, I got a rejection from the agent who had my partial that I was talking about in that clip and like saying, oh, I should hear back from them soon. Little did I know that soon was literally the next evening. And it was a rough time. It was so rough that multiple times I considered grabbing the camera while I was crying to talk about it. But then I remembered that the last clip I had filmed was me crying, and I didn't want to have 2 crying clips back to back, and I was also just so distraught and so heartbroken that I did not want to update. I was not doing great. So basically it happened at around 4:20 p.m. My mom had just gotten home from work. She came to say hello to me and then she left for a minute. I got the email in the time that she was gone, immediately burst out into tears, and then she came back into the room, started speaking about something for a minute until she realized that I was sobbing, and then I remained like that for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes. But we had already had plans to go out to the mall to get dinner, so I had to clean myself up. I had to reapply my makeup because I had like heavy makeup on that day on my eyes because I wanted to cover up the puffiness from the crying the night before, so I had to redo it. And then we went out to the mall and I felt like a shell of a human. I didn't think I was gonna cry thinking about this, but I felt like a shell of a human. We were walking around and I was just silent. You know, normally I'm very good at like covering up how I feel and playing it off like I'm okay, you know, smiling, talking. I could not muster up the energy. I was in the car just staring out the window, and then we were in the mall and I was walking around like a zombie. We ate food and I could barely pay attention to what my family was talking about, and it was just really rough. And then I came home and my mom's like, do you want to watch a movie or TV? And I said no, like I need to be alone, because it wasn't even one of those situations where doing something I loved could distract me or being around people I love could distract me. I just needed to be alone to cry. And so I think I just stayed in my room all night long crying, because I was really heartbroken and I was really tired, and that was the only hope that I had at the time. Everything else had been rejections. That was the last partial I had out, so it really hurt. And that was sometime in November, the day after I last updated, and since then I have sent out quite a few queries and I've gotten quite a few rejections. I got rejection today and it hurt because I was excited about this agent. On their manuscript wish list it mentioned mental health, and so naturally that has me very excited because my book has anxiety rep in it, and I had my fingers crossed for this one, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. And I mentioned this a little bit in the last clip, talking about how, you know, I get scared to wake up in the morning because I have to brace myself to look at my phone in case there's an email. And I was thinking about it more today, and it is so exhausting that for the past 7 months that I've been querying, every single morning I am disappointed. Whether or not I have an email in my inbox, I am disappointed, because if there is no email, I get sad. If there is an email, it's more than likely a rejection, so I get sad. And it kind of just doesn't set the greatest mood for the rest of my day, because I wake up feeling like a failure and feeling like I'm not good enough. And I know that these rejections are not a reflection of who I am as a person, or my worth as a person, or my worth as a writer, and it means literally nothing, because publishing and writing and art is so subjective, you know, so I know it's nothing personal, but in the moment that means nothing, you know. In the moment it feels personal, in the moment it hurts, you know. Another reason that I've been avoiding updating this vlog at first was because I didn't know how to talk about this, and also it hurt so bad that I didn't want to like cry, but I think I'm gonna probably end up crying anyways, even though I have makeup on right now. Then it became that I didn't want to talk about it at all. What I'm about to say has been something that's been a really hard thing to come to realize and come to try to understand, but I might have to shelve this book. That's obviously not what I wanted to happen going into this. This book means everything to me, so the thought of having to shelve it, possibly forever, hopefully not, but possibly forever, is terrifying, you know? And it's really heartbreaking because I've put the last however many years into this book, and it means so much to me, and it means so much to my friends, and it's just so sad that like I might need to shelve it and query something else. And I had many a good cries about it. But I don't know how many agents I've queried. I've lost track since I've just put out a whole bunch since the new year. But the current plan is to query around 50 agents. I have more than that currently in my spreadsheet to query, but most agents right now are closed, and I'm hoping that they'll start to open up soon. But a lot of agents are closed right now that are on my list, which sucks. So the hope and the goal is to query to 50 agents, and in the meantime I'm revising my other novel, The Show Must Go On, and at the end of this month or beginning of February I'm going to be sending it off for beta reading, And then while that's going on, I'm going to be writing a query letter and like getting my submission package ready for it in hopes that I can query this project in like mid to late spring. That might mean that there's some overlap between querying Reasons Why Not To and querying The Show Must Go On, just because of agent response times. They tend to run really long. And just the thought of querying 2 projects at the same time, not like actively querying Reasons Why Not To, but having queries out for it, is just absolutely terrifying. But I'm not giving up, you know, like this is my dream. Being an author is my ultimate dream in life, and I'm not going to let it go, no matter how hard or, you know, like heartbreaking it becomes. Like this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I need to do with my life, you know. I'm hoping it does not come to this. More than anything, I would love to not have to query The Show Must Go On, but I want to be ready in case I do need to. I did send out a query last night that I am hopeful about. They seem to be a really fast responder, so I could hear from them at any time. I need some good news, and I haven't had any good news in a really long time, and it's becoming really hard to not have any good news, you know? This is definitely not what I thought this vlog was going to be. When I started querying 7 months ago, this is not where I thought I would be. When I got into Author Mentor Match nearly a year ago, this is not where I thought I'd be. But sometimes life doesn't turn out the way that you want it to, or doesn't unfold the way that you expect. Hopefully better things are coming, you know. Gotta hold on to that hope, otherwise what do I have, you know? It is now January 25th, and I thought that I would give a little bit of an update. I've sent out more queries since I last updated. I don't know how many. I've gotten some rejections, but I did just send out a query to an agent to just open back up today after being closed for I don't know how long. And for some reason, I have this like weirdly good feeling about it. And I don't know if that's just me wanting to be really hopeful or if it actually means something. But I'm gonna let myself feel this hope, because I feel like I haven't let myself be hopeful recently, because it just means disappointment. But I'm going to be disappointed either way, so I might as well let myself be hopeful and be excited and to feel something other than dread and sadness, you know. So I sent it out probably like 10 minutes ago or something, and already every time my phone vibrates I get like a wave of anxiety, which is just so much fun. I just have a weirdly good feeling about this agent, and I can't properly describe why. My phone just vibrated and it freaked me out. Like I said, I'm just gonna let myself feel these feelings, because querying is really hard and really demoralizing, and since I've been doing it for nearly 8 months now, it's just kind of hard to hold on to that hopeful feeling, especially since I am currently revising another project that I will be querying if I have to shelve this book. So there's just a lot of conflicting feelings, and I'm just trying my hardest to get an agent for this book because I really want one. I'm gonna try to be hopeful about this, and I guess we'll see what happens. So it is March 15th, and I think I've just sent out what I think are going to be the final queries for Reasons Why Not To. I've had a long time to kind of think about this and come to terms with the fact that I don't think this book is going to be the one that gets me an agent. I've been thinking about it seriously since like November, December time, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to come to terms with, and it really hurt to even like admit it to myself back then, that this was something that was probably, you know, gonna happen. But I just sent out 2 queries today. They were the last agents on my list who are currently open. I do have quite a few agents that are closed who are still on my list, so if one of them opens and I feel excited or inclined to query them, then I will. But they're ones that have been closed for a while and they don't have a reopen date, so I'm not really holding out much hope. So I think I've sent out the final queries. This is not how I thought this journey would go. This is not how I thought this vlog would go, and it sucks. It really sucks. But I'm gonna focus on the next project, and I probably won't update you until I'm actually querying it. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen, you know? It's the 12th of May. And the other day, I think it was the 9th, I sent out my first official batch of queries for The Show Must Go On. And I've been ridden with anxiety since, because it's so scary having to query another book after having kind of like the book of your heart fail, essentially. You know, when I was sending queries for Reasons Why Not To, I was filled with so much excitement. I was like, oh my god, my dream is coming true. This time I was just kind of filled with dread, because I know how brutal the transfers are. In this first round, I sent a query to the agent who previously requested a partial of Reasons Why Not To, and this morning when I woke up, I had a gut feeling that she responded before even looking at my phone. And I looked at my phone, and lo and behold, there's an email. And, you know, I went through all my other notifications before opening it because I was so nervous. Because I was like, what if it isn't a request? You know, what if I can't get what I got for Reasons Why Not To, you know? What if this book does worse than Reasons Why Not To, you know? She requested a partial. I'm crying about it. I don't think I've cried about a partial before because I was just so excited. I don't usually cry when I'm excited. It happens very rarely, but I'm crying. Like, actual tears were instantly flowing down my face. I haven't felt any hope in a very long time. The last request that I got was in August, and that rejection came in, I think, like November, and my hopes were squashed. So I have not felt, I feel like, any true hope since November. And I'm still very hesitant to feel hopeful about this, but I'm gonna try to hold on to this feeling. I'm gonna try my damn hardest to let myself be excited and hopeful, because it's gonna hurt no matter what if it's a rejection in the end. But I haven't felt this feeling in so long. My god. Querying is a ride, let me tell you. I got a request. I'm gonna send it out in probably an hour, because I just want to read over the first 50 pages again, because I am not about to mess this up, you know. I want to make sure that they're good and that I feel really confident in them before sending out. But I haven't even gotten out of bed yet. I just literally got up, turned my light on, and grabbed my camera to film this because I wanted to make sure I got the tears on camera, because this is a big moment for me. My battery is almost dead, but I just got an email from the agent who just requested my partial. It's like a week later, I think exactly a week later. I am not ready for my small sliver of hope to be taken away if this is a rejection, but I want to get my reaction just in case. I need to open it before my camera dies. I'm so fucking scared. I'm so fucking scared. It's a rejection. Because of course it was. It's now August 3rd. I've not updated in I don't know how long for this vlog, but I've gotten more rejections, you know, as you do. Don't know how many since my last update, but I've definitely gotten rejections. But something interesting has happened, an update. So shortly after the, you know, rejection that I cried about, which might actually have been the last clip, the next day something really unexpected happened. I got a full request on Reasons Why Not To, and you know, I had put that book to rest. You know, I told you guys that I was putting that book to rest, shelving it and like fully going in it with Tismago. And this request had come from an agent that I had marked down as like a closed no response. I wasn't expecting a response anymore because it had been so long, and I just kind of wanted to kind of close out all the Reasons Why Not To queries and not really think about it anymore. So when this agent's name popped up on my screen, I was completely like surprised and like was so confused, honestly. And then when I opened it and found out that it was a full request, I felt a lot of conflicting feelings, if I'm being honest, because I had just, like, you know, closed the door on Reasons Why Not To. So this happened back in May, and it's taken me until now to decide to send out that full, because I really did not know if I wanted to open up the door again for Reasons Why Not To. I'd closed the door on that book, and I'd, like, kind of tried really hard to come to terms with the fact that I had to say goodbye to that book for at least the foreseeable future. You know, I always had this hope in the back of my mind that maybe when I did eventually sign with an agent, that they'd want to work on that book with me, because it is the book of my heart. You know, the anxiety rep in that story is so incredibly important to me. So, you know, I've been trying to decide if I wanted to kind of reopen that wound a little bit and, like, open myself up to more rejection on that book potentially, and, you know, whatnot. So I've been trying to think about it for really seriously for the past few weeks, because it's already been so long that I figured, you know, I should probably make a decision. So, you know, I reread the first couple chapters and I was like, oh, like, I love this book. And then I was talking to Kath about it yesterday, and she was like, okay, like, you need to make a decision tonight. Like, we need to, like, stop going back and forth on this, like, make a decision. And so I was, like, reading old snippets of the book that I had saved on my computer from when I had sent them to friends, and like I said, like, the anxiety rep in this book is just literally so important to me. Like, yeah, this book means everything, and I really want to have given it its best shot. So yeah, I decided to reach back out to the agent, obviously apologize for taking so long to respond, and then I sent out my full. And I also mentioned that I was querying another project, and that's why it had taken me so long, because I was trying to decide if I wanted to send it out still. And so I mentioned, you know, Go. I sent along all of its information, like the query and sample pages, and said, you know, if you're interested, I'm also querying this project. And I kind of, like, you know, try to put it out of my mind. I was on a video call with Alyssa actually when I sent it, and I closed my email, and I was like, I'm not gonna think about it. But then naturally I thought about it, and so I opened my email back up again, and there was a response waiting for me. The reply was so sweet, and, you know, she seemed really excited, and she also did request the full for Go. So now she has 2 of my fulls. So that's also the first full request for Go that I've gotten, which is also very, very exciting. And something that I didn't tell you guys was on Monday, so a few days ago, on the 1st of the month, I participated in DV Pit. It was my first pitch contest for this book, because I don't think there's that many pitch contests these days, because PitMad, like, went away, and I just haven't really been paying attention, because I know that pitch contests are really bad for my mental health, as I discovered last year, and I got 0 agent likes. But this agent said in their email that they actually wanted to request Go, but they, like, felt bad that they had, like, taken so long to respond to my Reasons Why Not To query. It took them, like, almost a year. It was, like, the first query that I had ever sent, so they felt bad, and so they felt like they couldn't like it. That was kind of like a bit of not an ego boost, but kind of an ego boost, because I was like, oh, like, they were interested in more projects from me, not just Reasons Why Not To. So right now I'm feeling pretty optimistic and pretty good about this. I feel good having sent Reasons Why Not To out. This is kind of its last hurrah, and, you know, I love this book, and I've been having a really hard time thinking about it being done. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but I'm also, like, really grateful for these full requests, and I really want to let myself bask in this good feeling, because, you know, they don't typically last very long, and I'm supposed to be hearing back from some other agents soon, which I'm very anxious about. This has just been a very anxiety-inducing week. Reasons Why Not To means the world to me, as does Go. Like, don't get me wrong, I know I'm talking a lot about Reasons Why Not To in this clip. I love Go as well, just for very different reasons, but Reasons Why Not To is such an important book to me with the anxiety rep, and, you know, I know that it means a lot to my friends as well who have read it, and who have found themselves in it, and, you know, it just makes me yearn for, like, the book to be out in the world so that other people who have anxiety can relate to it and connect to it, and so it can mean something to them too and help them in some way, in the way that books with anxiety rep that I've read have helped and, you know, comforted me, you know, to make me feel like I'm not alone and like I'm not weird for my brain being the way that it is. And I'm getting very emotional because, like, I really thought that this book was dead, and this is just, it's nice knowing that it has at least, like, one more little chance to, you know, thrive in the world. I'm gonna hold on to this good news and let it keep me going, because querying has been such an experience and not an overall great one, and I'm just, you know, needing a bit of light right now. So I'm gonna cling on to this feeling. It is January 23rd. I don't think I've updated since August. Why do I feel like crying? Nothing bad has happened. I'm in a weird mood today. So I got a full request the other day. Why am I crying? This is a good thing. But yeah, I got a full request the other day, and it still doesn't feel real as I'm saying it, because I've gotten so used to like the rejection that like when I open emails now, when I get them, I don't expect to see something good. This was no different. I was sitting down at the kitchen table and I had run out of social medias to look at, and I was bored, and out of habit I clicked on my email. I was going through each of my email addresses and I got to my author one, my querying one, and I saw that there was an email there from an agent that I had queried back in August, that I am pretty sure I closed out in December because I just didn't think that they were going to respond, and also kind of just from my own mental sanity, I decided to just close it out. That way if I did get a response, it would be like a surprise, and it would be, you know, I don't know. I was not expecting to see this agent's name on my phone, on my screen, and honestly, normally I get like a little bit anxious before opening an email, and I think there was like a twinge of anxiety, just like a little bit, but like for the most part I was just like, okay, let's just get this over with, let's read the rejection. It probably looks like all the other ones. I clicked on it, and you know, it did start out like a regular response. So the agent basically just said thank you for your patience, because like I said, I queried them back in August, and then said I like your writing style and this premise. And I read that and I was convinced that it was going to be a rejection still. I was convinced that it was going to follow up with a but unfortunately, and then it didn't. It continued with I would love to see more. And when I tell you that my eyes like bugged out of my head and I had to reread it like at least 3 times before it sunk in, and then even when I was texting my friends about it, I sent a screenshot of the email to them and I said I think I just got a full request. Like I was very unsure about it for some reason and just very anxious, but I got a full request and I'm really excited about it. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but naturally they are up, and I know that I should temper these expectations, but I also have like so few moments of, you know, excitement and hope throughout this entire process that I'm just trying to like cling on to it, because honestly being excited and hopeful for a short period of time to me is worth it, because if it does end in rejection, I'm gonna be hurt regardless. I might as well enjoy the time that I have, you know, before that possibly comes. But I am trying not to get my hopes up too high because it will hurt. But I also know that it only takes one yes. And I think I'm scared because I've just seen a lot of no's, and I've been told no so many times that it feels like yes is an impossible answer to get. Like yes is not in like my known vocabulary right now. Like that's not something that people have been telling me. You know, it's the new year. It's 2023. And I've been querying since 2021, and it's been really, really hard. So I'm just gonna kind of be excited about this request, and I guess we'll see what happens. They also asked if I was working on anything new. They wanted to hear if I was working on something, so I sent along a couple of pitches for the first drafts that I've written. I wrote 2 new drafts last year, so sent along 2 pitches for that. So I think I sent the full manuscript out on Saturday. It's just kind of been anxiety town for me the past couple of days, but this is a good thing. I don't know what's gonna happen, but for right now this is a good thing, and I'm gonna let myself kind of celebrate it a little bit and to feel good and to feel proud of myself, and just, you know, hope for that yes, because I'd really, really like a yes. Okay, so the clip that you guys just saw was of me opening up an email yesterday from the agent who requested my full, and I was really nervous because I nudged that agent yesterday morning. I scheduled it the night before to be sent yesterday morning, and I woke up, went on my phone, and within like seconds of me picking up my phone, an email came through from this agent. And honestly, I wasn't expecting a response because it's been 6 months since I sent the original query, and I already nudged her at 3 months with no response. So I was trying not to be like expecting a response, just to, you know, avoid some disappointment. So I wasn't expecting a response, definitely not like within an hour or so of that email being sent, but I did get an email, and that clip that you guys saw was of me opening the email and thankfully being relieved that it was not a rejection. So what it was just her thanking me for the nudge and saying that she's gonna try to get to my book very soon because she finally has time to do some reading. So thus has begun the anxiety spiral that has been going on now for over 24 hours since receiving that email, where it's all I've been able to think about. And according to Query Tracker, she has been very, very active in her inbox, rejecting a ton of queries, requesting a few manuscripts, and it's just making me extremely anxious because she said soonest. She's gonna try to get to my manuscript soonest, and I don't know if that means that she's gonna try to get to mine before everybody else's, or if she just means soon. And soon in the querying publishing space does not actually mean soon in normal human terms. So I don't really know what to expect. So I've just kind of been a big bundle of anxiety, and I've been feeling a lot of things recently, and I haven't really been wanting to update the vlog. One, because I just have a lot of things going on. As you guys can tell, I'm in a new location. You would have already known this probably for quite a while, but I've moved to my grandmother's house temporarily, and so I've been dealing with moving and all of that, and just a ton of other things. So I haven't been wanting to update the vlog for that reason, but also there hasn't been really anything to update on. I haven't been sending out new queries because I have nobody else left on my list who's open, and I honestly I don't have the brain capacity to do that. So I've been not actively querying probably for most of this year, honestly. It feels very important for me to sit down and kind of talk through everything that I've been going through and kind of been feeling in regards to this agent and this full in particular. I'm very scared to say this, but this agent has become such a dream agent for me, and I know that dream agents are very, very dangerous to have, but throughout this entire process I haven't been able to stop myself from having a dream agent. But this is an agent that I queried with reasons why not to. She rejected, and I really liked her, and so I was really sad, and I, you know, admire authors that she represents. So it was hard to get that rejection on reasons why not to, and so I queried her with Go, not expecting anything, and she didn't respond to the query for months and months, and I'm pretty sure I marked her as a CNR. I have no idea. I honestly don't remember, but I just remember having like no hope, no expectations when sending out the query to her. And I remember opening up the email from her back in January and just not expecting at all for it to be a request. I 100% without a doubt thought that it was going to be a rejection. I really want this to pan out, and I've just been really feeling these emotions in the past 24 hours like at full force again, because since it has been going on for a while, and I have in general been querying for over 2 years now, you know, I do find myself like becoming a little bit numb to the whole process and not thinking about it as often as I did at the beginning. I've been thinking about it for the past 24 hours. It's like all I can think about, and I really feel like I should just sit down and document this, especially in case, you know, this turns into an offer, which obviously I am so desperately hoping for. You have no idea. And if she rejects, all it means is that I need it to either research more agents for Go or start the process over again with Tim, which would probably be the next project that I would try to query. But I really don't want to have to do that. I'm really ready to just have an agent. I'm really ready to go forth in the world with Go and to try to get it published. And I've never felt more ready in my entire life to be like a published author and to like actually do the thing. I really hope that she does get back to me soon, like in the next few weeks. Only if it's going to be an offer. I've said this to like all of my friends, but like if it's going to be an offer, then I want it to come in the next few weeks. If it's sadly going to be a rejection, then I would like to live in my delusions for a little bit longer. I'd like to be Delulu for a little bit longer, and she can take like a couple of months. Like I want to be in my optimistic Delulu state for a little bit longer if that's the route it's going to take. But obviously I do hope that it's going to be an offer. Fingers crossed. But I just wanted to make that little bit of an update. I nudged the agent with my full yesterday morning. She responded back this morning and I haven't looked at it yet. I've just seen like the opening line of it, and the way it opens does not have me feeling optimistic. Let's see if this is going to ruin my day. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. But it's okay. I truly don't even know the last time that I made an update in this vlog, in this querying journey. It's currently October 18th, 2024. Because I don't even know if I've updated this year. I genuinely, like, I don't even know what's happening anymore in this vlog. But I'm officially querying my new book, What You Mean to Me. Kiss and Go is basically done. An agent still has the full on that book, so I nudged that agent with a query for What You Mean to Me, and I guess we will see what happens with that. But I queried 10 agents today for the first round, and I'm feeling very anxious. And I'm trying to approach this part of my querying journey with a lot more boundaries and rules set for myself than I've had the previous 2 times I've been in the trenches. I have a job now. Did not have a job the first 2 times I did this. So I have a place that I need to be, a place I need to show up for, and be my best. And I simply cannot do that if I am checking my email in the same way that I did before. So I've made some rules for myself. I am only allowed to check my email on days that I do not work, where I also do not work the next day. Or if I'm feeling desperate, on days after my shift is done, when I do not work the next day. Basically, the bottom line is I am not allowed to work the next day if I'm going to be checking my email, just in case a rejection comes in and it shatters me. I'm gonna need at least a little bit of time to myself to kind of grieve a little bit. Those are the rules for myself. I'm also trying to hopefully only check my email once or twice a week. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try my very best to stick to these guidelines for myself, these boundaries, because I think that I've approached querying in a very unhealthy way, in a very obsessive way that allows for like no separation or peace for myself, and I do not want to repeat past mistakes this time around. I'm also just already feeling kind of mentally unwell, and I don't really want to talk about it, but just for the sake of documenting like where my headspace is during this, Liam Payne passed away a couple days ago, and that sentence still doesn't feel real. Those words do not go together in my head, but obviously it's a huge One Direction fan. I'm deeply affected by this, and like the little Brittany in me is just like, yeah. So anyways, that's where I'm at right now, is dealing with that. But I didn't want to put this off. I wanted to do it, so I'm going to take the rest of the day to just feel my feelings, eat some shitty food, and like watch TV or something. So I am querying with Tim. That's crazy. I cannot believe I'm querying my 3rd book. It is the next day. I got a rejection, but that's fine because I also got a full request. Oh my god, so the full request actually came in yesterday, literally like a couple hours after I sent the query, but I did not let myself check my email until today after work, because per my rules, I'm not allowed to check my email unless I'm not working, right? So I didn't want to check it yesterday because I worked today, but I'm not working tomorrow. So after I came home from work, had dinner, I watched a movie, I let myself check my email. And it was just sitting there. So I sent in the full manuscript, and I'm so anxious, but I'm also trying to let myself bask in this feeling and trying to let myself feel really excited about it, and feel hopeful, especially after the shitstorm that this week has been, the mess of emotions that I've been feeling. Like, it's truly been such like a roller coaster of like you know, just living life, and then all of a sudden remembering, and then like he's just been on my mind almost like every minute of the past few days since it happened. But like this was such like a needed reprieve from that, like a break from that, and I'm just like really grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm really excited, and I'm just gonna try to be hopeful because I believe in this book. I love this book, and I just really needed this win today. A full request. Yay. It is currently my birthday, and I, you know, in an attempt to query healthfully, which I'm gonna admit I've not been doing a very good job of recently. Like, I've been checking my email far more often than I should. But in an attempt, the one thing that I have done pretty well in my entire querying journey is not checking my email on like important dates, like my birthday, holidays, vacations. Like, I avoid my author email like the plague because I don't want there to be a chance of bad news on like a day that I'm really looking forward to and just want to have a good time, right? So I told myself, no checking my email today on my birthday. The other day, I queried a newer agent that my friend referred me to, and I've been anxiously checking my email more than normal because of this. I just kind of got really good vibes about it, and my friend also had good vibes about it. Like, everyone I was talking to was like, this feels good. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna stop rambling. But basically, I like told myself I wasn't gonna check my email today, and then I was checking my email for something else. I got tattoos today, so I was checking the aftercare email information, and I was just like, you know what, let me just take a quick peek. Surely there's nothing there. And there was. Okay, there was. And all I can see is obviously, hi Brittany, and then so I was so enthralled. That's what I can see. And I saw this right before we're going out for my birthday dinner, and I was like, I cannot check this right now. At the very least, I will check it when I get home, if not check it tomorrow, but I simply cannot wait till tomorrow. And surely this is good news, right? Like, surely this email would not start with being enthralled if it was going to be a rejection, right? Right? Like, oh my god, I'm so anxious, but I don't want this to die before I can get this reaction, so. It's a request. I was so enthralled by the idea of your query that I bumped your sample up in my queue. I just finished reading it, and I'm already in love with Maisie and Christopher, with the clear conflicts they'll be facing in the story and the emotional depth and heartache we're bound to experience as well. I would absolutely love, in italics, love is in italics, to request the full manuscript to read if possible. This feels like, this feels like the real thing. And I don't want to cry because I have to go back downstairs to eat cake in a second here. Oh my god. I was literally talking to the tattoo artist today about like my book tattoo that I just got, and like how it's because I love books, I love writing, and she was talking to me about writing, and I was like, I'm trying to get published, but it's really, really hard. And like an hour after I said that to her, this email was in my inbox and I didn't even know. What if this turns into an offer? This feels like it could turn into an offer. Like, if she's already so in love with my characters from just like the first 10 pages, I think it was, or maybe 15 pages, I don't even know, it might have been 15 pages. Oh my god. What a beautiful birthday present. Like, even if it turns out to be a rejection in the end, what a beautiful birthday present. Like, the universe really said, hey, we gave you a Niall Horan concert on your birthday last year, and you were really scared for this birthday because it's the first One Direction anniversary since Liam Payne passed away. So let's give you tattoos. I got 2 tattoos today, and let's give you a full request for your book. Oh my god. I am currently on vacation in Halifax and Prince Edward Island. We literally left for Halifax today. It's been a crazy, wild journey. So it's been over a week now since I sent out the full request for women to. And I told myself going into this vacation, like, you know, to protect my mental health, I am not going to check my email, because if it ends up being a rejection or we get other rejections or responses, like, there's nothing I can do about it. And PEI has been a trip that I've wanted to take my entire life. Like, it's a dream bucket list vacation for me, and I was like, I don't want anything to taint it, to ruin it. I don't want to look back on it and remember getting a rejection, you know? And so I told myself, I'm not going to check my email the entire vacation. Things have changed. Things have changed. So basically, we flew from Vancouver, which is where I live, to Toronto. And we were in Toronto for our layover. We're at Tim Hortons getting some food. When my friend Kaylee texts me, and she is the one who gave me a referral to this agent, and she said, hey, they're loving your book. And what's funny is I literally was pulling my phone out of my pocket right as she was texting. Like, I pull it out of my pocket, and as I'm pulling it out, it vibrates with a text from Kaylee, and I was like, whoa. It's like I knew. It's like I knew. But yeah, apparently the agent loving my book, and I was like, whoa. Was not expecting this news. Was not expecting to like hear about it before getting like an official email response back from this agent. So that was just like a crazy thing to like land and hear while I'm literally in the line at Tim Hortons. And then apparently they're going to be reaching out this week once they finish the book. And Kaylee was like, I think you can expect some celebration. And apparently the agent said that she is obsessed with my book. She's obsessed with my book. Are you? Guys, this has been, you guys know, you've watched this entire video, you know how hard this has been. It's been such a long journey, and I, especially recently, have just been filled with hopelessness and feelings like it's never gonna happen for me. It's just not in the cards. I'm just not good enough. And now there's an agent who's obsessed with my book. And it's like coinciding with my dream vacation. And like I got the request on my birthday. It's just crazy timing of everything, honestly. And then the agent DMs me on Instagram. And basically it's just like, I'm still reading. I'm early in the manuscript, but I'm loving the story and your writing so far. And they were like, just felt the need to tell you that. Just felt the need to tell you that. And then I was like, I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. And she corrects me and says, loving it, in all caps. And says, don't downplay it. Are you? What is life right now? And then she was like, I'll be in touch soon. I need to read the entire thing first, or I'd be offering you rep today. Like, this whole time I'm like, okay, don't get your hopes up like this. It feels right, and it feels exciting, and it feels like it's heading in that direction, and it just feels good. But like, don't get your hopes up too much. Like, everyone I've been talking to about is like, don't get your hopes up too much. And I know not to get my hopes up too much because I've been doing this for so long. But it's also one of those things where you can't help but get your hopes up. And so even though I've been saying like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, like, my hopes have been up. They've been up here. I've had dreams of this agent offering me like representation, and like querying dreams have come back in full force. And now she's messaging me and is like, I would offer you rep today, but like, I need to finish reading the book first. Crazy. And then apparently Kaylee also told her about reasons why not to, and the show must go on, and she loves the ideas of those ones as well. It's like the idea that like these two books that I love so much that just failed in the trenches could get a second chance. Like, my babies could get a second chance. It's the dream. It's the dream. It's been my dream this whole time. I'm so tired. I got up at 4:30 in the morning. Like, apparently she's only 15% of the way through the book as of a few hours ago, and she's loving it this much already. And apparently she requested the full before even finishing my sample pages, because that's how much she was loving it. Like, it just feels unreal that somebody who is not a friend, doesn't owe me anything, is this obsessed with my book, like my writing, something that came out of my head. My fingers typed these words, and these characters didn't exist before. The story didn't exist before. Now somebody's reading it and is obsessed with it who isn't a close friend, who isn't a friend. Like, I can't. I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around this. Like, this is crazy. Like, what do you mean? So basically, I will now be checking my email. Like, there's a part of me that's still afraid that she's gonna like hit a point in the book and just hate it. Like, she's just gonna realize that it's not good, and like something's gonna happen in the book that's just gonna completely turn her off. And I don't know. I'm just like, I'm waiting for like the other shoe to drop kind of thing. So I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean somebody is this obsessed with the book that I wrote this early on in the book, in the story? Like, I think it's also so easy, especially for me and the journey that I've had with querying, to get so down about those opening pages, because I haven't gotten a lot of requests across my 3 books in my querying journey. You know, it hasn't been a lot, and so I've become really self-conscious of my book openings, and I like, that's been one of my biggest struggles with writing in the past 4 years, is like just overthinking the pacing of my opening pages and worrying about it and thinking, like, just full on thinking, like, what's an agent gonna think of this opening? Like, is it gripping from the first page? Like, and it's just been something that I've been worrying about a lot. So to have this confirmation that what I'm doing is good and it's working, this just feels really good. This is gonna be really cheesy and really stupid, and like, I know it's not true, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I feel like the spirit of Ellen Montgomery, the author of Hannah Green Gables herself, I feel like her spirit is making this happen. Like, that's not true, but it's kind of fun to say that, like, this writer who I admire and like, love her books, and her books are all classics, and you know, I just finished reading the first volume of her journals, and like, it was so inspiring and so much fun, and like, I just related to her so much. And to like find out that I'm potentially gonna get an agent while I'm here embracing this story and this author that I love so much, and like immersing myself in her world and her story, and like, it just feels really special. And it just feels like wild timing. So I feel like Ellen Montgomery's spirit is here with me and like making this happen in a weird way. I don't know, but if this does happen, which it feels like it is, I need to find a way to celebrate and get myself something nice. It's been such a long journey to get here. 4 years, 3 books. I literally have you guys resting on a Kleenex box on the toilet. I'm in pajamas. I just washed my hair, and this is how I'm gonna look when I open this email. Okay, so Kaylee texted me and was like, I have it on good authority that you should check your email. It's right here. Oh my god. I'm like, I'm ready for this. Oh my god. I knew it was coming because she pretty much confirmed that it was gonna be an offer, but like, oh my god. I have an offer representation. And I look like this. Oh my god. It's August 12th. It is the day of my agent call, and I'm so anxious. I'm currently setting up. I have literally 12 minutes to go. Setting up my webcam so I look all cool and professional. Oh my gosh. Like, I know it's gonna be fine. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be amazing. I am just so anxious. I am like shaking. Oh my god, I'm feeling so many things. I'm so excited because obviously I was kind of feeling like this moment was never going to come, and it's been like 4 years in the making, this moment, and I just can't believe that it's like finally going to be a thing. But like it's happening. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Why am I out of focus? I'm so scared. I'm so like, it's gonna be fun. I've got notes prepared. I got home yesterday from PEI, and like after, you know, I like ate food and like talked with my family and stuff, I like prepared questions and like did research, and I'm like prepared, but I'm also like not prepared. I need to make sure my pen works. Oh my god, I've got 9 minutes. Wow, like this is happening. Like this is happening, and it's happening right now, and as you can see, I'm very scrambled brained right now. Like, I know it's gonna be fine, okay? I had to do a call when I got into author mentor match with my mentor, and like that was wonderful. Like, I was smiling so much during that call that like my face really hurt by the end of it, and I know that's gonna be the same with this. This just is obviously more official and arguably way more important than that call, because this is like, you know, somebody who's actually going to like potentially help me get my book published. Which is just like, oh my god, like I'm so excited to hear what she fully thinks about the book, because I already know she loves it, obviously, and she's told me that she loves it, and I'm excited to like kind of hear all of her thoughts and kind of go into it deeper and hear what kind of vision she has for the book. And I'm so scared. Oh my god, I'm so scared, and I want to probably like get in there like a minute or so early. I don't know how this works. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna debrief with you guys once I'm done. I'm hanging out with Lorena when it's done, because I want to like tell her about my trip and show her things, and we can get excited about this call and all that. I want to nudge obviously the other agents, but oh my god, this is happening. This is happening. Okay, I'm gonna end this clip because I need to make sure I'm fully prepared. But oh my god, oh my god, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Hello. Hi.
I feel like I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I got off the call a little while ago, and I just wanted some time to like gather my thoughts before immediately jumping to update you guys. I, in that time, sent the nudges to the other agents that I have queries out with, and immediately, like within minutes, like when, I don't even know when I sent the response, but like immediately pretty much, I got another full request. That's just crazy. Like, that means that there's a potential for another offer on the table. I didn't want to get my hopes up about anything, and like having multiple offers, while lovely, sounds also very stressful. Because then you have to like decide between different people and get on another call. That sounds really anxiety inducing. So like I kept my expectations really low. I was like, this is gonna be the only offer that I get, and besides that it's just gonna be like rejection after rejection after rejection. Like I was gonna be like expecting people to be like, I don't have time, don't want to read it, or not interested, good luck. That's kind of what I was expecting. It was just rejections, not another full request. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I feel so overwhelmed. Like I don't quite know what to do with myself. I've been texting all of my friends. It was a really great call though. Like I felt like we vibed really well immediately. We were just talking about our bookshelves, which was a lot of fun. We got off track very quickly. It was a really great call. We asked questions. She answered a lot of my questions before I even asked them. She sent over like an example of the contract that I need to like look over a bit closely, maybe get some friends to look over it just to make sure that there's no like glaringly bad things about it. I've never had to like sign a contract like that before, so definitely want to make sure I get more eyes on it. We mainly talked about like, you know, what the process is going to be like, what kind of agent she is, all of that kind of stuff. We talked a lot about the book and her kind of vision for the book, kind of the things that she would want to potentially edit. And she said, you know, she made it very clear these are just suggestions, you don't have to take any of these. Like if you don't like any of them, I'm not gonna immediately like rescind the offer. So there were some bigger edits in there, but I don't think they're gonna be like too difficult if we did decide to work together and do the edits. I definitely want to like think about it a bit more in these next 2 weeks, because I gave a deadline of 2 weeks, August 26th, for these other agents to get back to me and for me to make my decision. Yeah, she had some really interesting ideas. We both agreed that the ending could use a lot of work. The ending of this book is always something that I felt like was lacking. Like I tried to fix it in every draft and I've gotten it to like a relatively good place. Like I obviously wouldn't have queried it if I thought it was like terrible, but I've always felt like it could use a bit more work. I just didn't quite know what to do to fix it. And she came up with some good suggestions that I definitely need to like think over and like figure out how exactly I'd want to incorporate them. But like overall I feel like our visions aligned really well. I feel like we got along really well. I felt really comfortable talking to her. I'm like excited. I'm so excited. Like what do you mean? I have an offer of representation and I got another pull request. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm gonna cry. Lorena's gonna be coming over like any minute now to hang out, but I'm oh my god, like what do you mean? What do you mean? I've waited so long for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There are two things that I have happy cried over in this world. One is good writing news, and the other is Louis Tomlinson finding out that I got to go to his concert after COVID. Not that that's relevant here, I just felt like it was important to note that I don't happy cry very often. I normally just get very excited, but I keep happy crying over this. Like like it's happening. It's happening. And like we discussed imprints that we had in mind for the book, and she immediately agreed on like my top choice, which was crazy. I'm so excited to see what happens next. I know it's still gonna be hard and it's gonna be rough, and I now have to put my other book on hold that I was about to revise, which I am totally okay with. Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. It is August 15th and I am positively freaking out because I've gotten 2 new full requests. What? Okay, like I think I mentioned this already, but I was fully expecting to nudge all these agents and have them all come back rejections. That's what I was expecting, because that's kind of what my entire querying journey has been. Like requests have been very few and far between. That's just been my experience, and it's sucked, and it's been really hard to just be hit with rejection after rejection after rejection. And now I have an offer and I have 3 full requests on the table that could potentially turn into offers. Now I'm still expecting for them to all come back rejections, because that's just where my mindset is, you know. But like the fact that I've gotten 3 full requests post having an offer, so like 4 full requests total, which is only 5 full requests for this book, I'm kind of losing my mind. And like, just, you know, I do have to think about if I do have to like go on another offer call, like what's that going to be like, and then having to make a decision between 2 different agents or multiple different agents, like that's going to be so difficult, and I'm so stressed out about it. But also like having options is nice, and I'm just like, so much is going through my mind right now, and I truly do not know how to function. I'm constantly refreshing my email, and like it's wild, because I woke up this morning and saw a rejection, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. And then, you know, I got up and I ate food, and then I checked my email again, and there was a request. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is all that I can say. Brain is not functioning. I don't know what is happening. I don't know how this is my life currently, but I'm so glad that this is my life, because this is what I've been waiting for the last 4 years, but really for my entire lifetime, is to have this happen for me. And I just, oh my god, like, oh my god, I literally just a couple months ago posted the video talking about querying and opening up about it and talking about how hard it was, and thinking that like this was never gonna happen for me. And oh my god, like I could end up with multiple offers. Like I said, I'm still trying to keep my expectations low, still thinking, you know, I have an offer and that's great, and I'm happy with it. If that is the only offer that I get, like that's amazing. But like the possibility that there could be more offers on the table is blowing my freaking mind. Like I genuinely don't know how to function. I'm so unbelievably happy right now, and you know, I do have some like stuff happening in my personal life that's not so great, and that's, you know, always in the back of my mind while I'm going through this. But like career wise, writing wise, I'm so happy. And oh my god, oh my god, it's August 18th. We have about a week left of my deadline. I just got another request this morning. That means officially I have 4 requests out with agents, which is crazy. This week is about to be so stressful. Like I just know I'm gonna be obsessively checking my email. Oh my god, like last week was hard, but this week is gonna be real hard. Like it's gonna be so stressful, and I'm trying to keep myself busy. I've got lots of videos to edit, so I'm trying to do a lot of that. I've got books to read, so I'm hoping to try to keep my brain as occupied as possible. But this is like all I can think about, which I feel like is normal. I feel like this is completely warranted. The obsessive feeling that I have, and this like anxious anticipatory feelings that I have, like this is crazy. Okay, so it's the same day. Technically not, it's past midnight, but we're just gonna say it's the same day. And I was just kind of sitting on my bed and just kind of thinking about how crazy this entire thing has been, and just kind of reflecting with myself on how I feel and how this is going, and how I never thought that I would get here. Like I don't know, I know I'm probably gonna regret this when I sit down to edit, because this video is already so long, but I just feel like I need to capture these feelings in this moment and not just like keep it to myself in my own head. And like I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of things. I'm very overwhelmed. We are now like in the last stretch here, the last week before my deadline, and I'm feeling a lot of things. Like last week was very stressful, but I was also very much so still just like in the high of like getting an agent offer, and now like that kind of stress of like the final days is kicking in, and I'm just kind of feeling a lot of things. And I just wanted to sit down and share these feelings. And I'm sorry if the AC is really loud, it annoys me too. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of emotions, and a lot of it I don't even know how to like eloquently explain it. But you guys have been watching this video, you know, if you're at this point, you've been watching, you know the journey that I've been on. It's been extremely difficult, and I think the situation that I'm currently in feels particularly strange and unreal because of like the trajectory of my querying process, my querying journey. This is the 3rd book that I'm querying, and I have had very little success up until now. You know, it really only does take one yes. You know, I've gotten my one yes, and I I don't know what's gonna happen from here, but like I've gotten my one official yes, and that's really all you need. But I think that this entire journey has been filled with so many no's and so few positive signs, so few affirmations, and so few ego boosts, I guess, like so few things to make me feel like I'm on the right track, and you know, to give me that ego boost, I guess, to make me feel like I'm doing the right thing, that I'm good enough to be an author and to be in this industry. And as someone who has anxiety and, you know, deals with a lot of self-doubt, it's been a really hard journey to go through. Like in all honesty, up until getting an offer with all of these requests coming after it, like in my entire querying journey, I think I've only gotten like 3 full requests maybe, and a couple of partials. Like it's been very slim pickings over here for me, like very, I don't even know the right words to describe this. It's also like 1 in the morning and I'm on my period. I feel emotional, I feel tired, but I really felt like just getting my like raw, honest thoughts on here for you guys and sharing this part of the process instead of only updating when I'm like really excited and just getting these requests. Like I want to talk about the honest feelings and anxieties and thoughts outside of those like little exciting moments, the little bubbles that I exist in once that email comes in. Like to go through querying 3 books and having so few requests on each one, and them all coming back with like rejections, but they're not like saying anything bad about my book. They just didn't love it enough, they didn't connect with it enough to move forward. So not having, you know, anything to go off of to improve, to just know that it just wasn't the right fit. So throughout this whole process, up until like a rejection on the fall I got recently that had some feedback, like to go through this whole process with no feedback, like no actual constructive feedback to like help me make the book better, to just have like form rejections or just say like this is not the right fit for me, I can't move forward, like I'm just not passionate enough about it. It's just, I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh my god, I feel so frazzled and like I don't know what to do with myself 99% of the time. And I'm just trying to like keep myself busy and like preoccupied, and I don't know. I just think right now I'm having a really hard time wrapping my brain around the fact that I currently have 4 requests out. Like 4 agents have my full manuscript. I have an offer. So like all together for this book, I've now had 6 full requests, which is the most out of any of my books, which is really like reaffirming. My battery is dying because of course it is, so hopefully I can get through this before it dies. But like, I don't know. This entire process, I've felt so low and so in doubt of whether it was ever gonna happen. And I know I keep saying that in like all of the clips, but like I really had gotten to a point where I felt like this was never ever gonna happen, and it's happening. And that's wild. Like every time I get a request, I'm like, what do you mean? Like this never happens. Like how is this happening? Because I'm just so accustomed to opening up my email with like fear coursing through me, like this anticipatory anxiety of just seeing a rejection sitting there. They're not, like, they're requests. Like, yeah, I've gotten a couple of rejections since getting my offer, you know, nudging these agents, but at this point they're just, you know, rolling off my back. Like, I don't care, I got an offer. It's just crazy. And obviously because I have an offer and there's a deadline on the table, these responses are coming in a lot faster than I think they would normally be coming in. And so that's also just really overwhelming, like the constant stream of responses that I've been getting this past week, when I'm used to a lot of silence with like 1 response here and there, and then just a lot of waiting where a lot of the time I can not forget that I'm querying, but it's just not always on the very tippy top of my mind at this point, 4 years in. But now it's like, it's up there and it's all that I'm thinking about. And I'm so happy and I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to see where this goes and what's gonna happen by the end of it. And it's wild. Like, we're in the final stretch here and I'm just feeling a lot of things. And I'm just so grateful to all of my friends who have been by my side the last 4 years and who are so excited now that things are finally happening for me. Like, I love my friends with my whole heart. With my whole heart. Like, they mean the world to me, and I truly mean it when I say that I don't know where I would be without them. I don't know what mental state I would be in without them. Like, they are the reason that I've gone through this. You know, also myself, obviously, like, I've gotten myself here, but it is so nice and I feel so lucky and so grateful to have so many amazing friends. You know, friends who are just supportive and wonderful and amazing. Friends who don't understand what's happening but are supportive anyways and just really excited for me. Friends who have been through it too and know what this means and know how hard it is to get here. And friends who want to query one day and are just so excited. Like, I don't know, like, I just have such a range of like really wonderful friends, and I feel so lucky to be surrounded by so many amazing people. So, like, I'm just so grateful for all the love that's like pouring in right now. Every time I tell somebody about what's happening, I'm feeling so many things. Like, I'm going to have an agent no matter what happens. Like, I'm going to have an agent. It feels unreal. Like, I'm having a really hard time wrapping my brain around the fact that this is real. This isn't a dream. Like, I had a really bad querying nightmare the other day, like a really bad one, and I was like, why is this still happening? Like, I'm gonna have an agent. Like, why am I having querying nightmares? Like, this is stupid. Like, I don't know, I'm feeling a lot of imposter syndrome. Like, I feel like I've tricked this agent into offering me representation. I feel like I've tricked these agents into requesting my photos. Like, I'm full on also experiencing imposter syndrome while also being like, oh my god, like, I deserve this. I've worked hard for this. There's just a lot of conflicting things going on. Being an author is all I've ever wanted to be. It's all I've ever wanted to do was write books. And I've always been terrified that I wasn't good enough. That it wasn't gonna happen. That I was just fooling myself and kidding myself. That maybe I'm not. You know, maybe I am good enough. I've worked hard and I haven't given up. I told myself I would never give up, and now it's happening. I mean, like, obviously I know that getting an agent's just the first step. Like, there's no guarantee I'll get a book deal, but like, this is still a big step. Like, it's so incredibly hard to get an agent. What a weird time to be on my period, truly, because like all the emotions are like at the center right now and like at the forefront, and I just, like, the simplest little thought makes me cry. I don't know what this next week holds. Truly, like, I'm nervous, I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm literally every emotion under the sun. It's currently August 24th. It's 11:10 p.m. Just so you guys, you know, get a frame of reference for the kind of headspace that I'm in. It's late night. I worked today. I am tired. I'm exhausted. So my deadline is in 2 days, which is crazy. Less than 2 days really, because it's basically the 25th, and I'm feeling a lot of things. I wanted to update this vlog a couple of days ago, but I forgot, and also my battery was dead, so I had to charge it. But I've been feeling a lot of feelings this second week of my like deadline since doing my offer call with the agent. Like, the first week I feel like was bliss and excitement, and yes, anxiety and nerves and all of that, but like that first week was really, you know, getting requests in and just, you know, living off of that high of getting an offer. And this past week has more so been imposter syndrome and just pure anxiety and obsessively checking my email and rejections. So it's been like a roller coaster of emotions. And when I got my rejection the other day that I believe I updated on, it kind of affected me in a way that I did not anticipate. It kind of sprung me into this imposter syndrome spiral where I started to feel like, oh no, like the offering agent was a fluke. Like, I didn't deserve that. My book wasn't actually good. I somehow conned her into offering me representation, which is ridiculous, but I feel like a lot of people feel like this. At least I hope they do, so that I'm not like crazy. But that's what went through my mind. I was like, oh, this other person read my manuscript, or at least part of it. I don't know how much she actually read, obviously, but you know, requested it, read some of it, and then decided it wasn't for them. So like, I don't know, it made my imposter syndrome and my anxiety go a little bit crazy, making me feel like this offering agent was just a fluke, or it was all a dream. Like, because I also haven't spoken to this agent since they offered, because obviously it's been this weird limbo period where it kind of feels like it was a dream, and my brain is having a hard time processing the fact that like this is real and it's happening. And you know, I think it's because I've been waiting for it for so long, and just the nature of my anxiety and my brain and the imposter syndrome and all of it like colliding into this big clusterfuck of emotions, to put it not lightly. I'm feeling a lot of things. And then I also got another rejection a little bit ago, like a day or two after that first one, and that one didn't hit me as hard because I, you know, had gotten that first one, and also like I realized that like I have an offer. Like it's taking a bit to sink in, but like I do have an offer. No matter what, I'm gonna have an agent, because I do really like the offering agent and I'm really excited about her. So if I were to not get another offer, amazing. I am fully expecting and preparing myself to receive an email tomorrow from one of the two agents who has my full. That's kind of what I'm expecting, because I would hope, I'm imagining that they would want to try to like get it in if they're gonna offer, so that we can have time to do an offer call and for me to still make like a sound decision. But I don't know, and I also can't tell if like them taking longer than the other two agents is a good sign, because they're taking their time with it and are taking notes and are like thinking about submission, and like I don't know, or if it's just that they're really busy and they haven't had time to finish it or get to it. Like, I simply do not know what to expect. I've obviously never been in this situation before where I have an offer from an agent and I'm like going back and forth with other agents. Like, I'm very stressed. But that imposter syndrome has been hitting me hard in the past week, and I feel like that's an important part for me to acknowledge and document as well. That just because I now have an offer does not mean it's all rainbows and sunshines and butterflies and like happy feelings. Like, it's still that imposter syndrome. I fear will never actually go away, and that anxiety will never go away, and the insecurities will never go away, because I have an offer and I'm still trying to convince myself that like I don't deserve it and that my book actually isn't good. And I don't know. I don't know. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to keep myself busy. I want to like deep clean my rooms, and I want to blare some music. I got some new vinyls the other day that I really want to listen to, and I'm also really feeling like I want to listen to Folklore by Taylor Swift. I don't know why, but I'm itching to listen to Folklore all of a sudden, so I kind of want to do that. So I feel like it's just gonna be a very vinyl heavy day tomorrow, a very distraction heavy day. Like, just kind of keep my hands busy so I can't constantly check my email. I don't know what the next 48 hours will hold, but I'm anxious about it. It is August 26th. It is my deadline day, and oh my god, I've been so anxious all day. So I did not end up getting an email yesterday on Monday like I thought I was going to, which was a little unfortunate and disappointing. And I consulted with some friends, and they were like, you know what, like if they don't get back to you by like tomorrow morning, like I would send out an email just reminding them that it's your deadline and maybe giving them a time that you would like to make your decision by. So I woke up this morning and I did not have an email from any of the agents with my query, which I'm not expecting. I've already moved them to closed. No responses. It is what it is, but not from either of the agents with my fulls either. So I sent them an email and I was like, hey, reminder, today's my deadline and I would like to make my decision by 4 p.m. PST. That felt like a good time to me, and yeah, I don't want this hanging over my head all day, and I want to be able to like talk to my offering agent and like, you know, do all of that. So I did get a response from one of the agents with the phone, and basically they said they were really loving the book, but unfortunately their kid got sick the last week, and so they weren't able to like dedicate the time to it and set up a call with me, which to me makes it feel like they were gonna offer me representation, but unfortunately the timing of things with their family just like didn't work out. So that's unfortunate, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, and it's just nice to know that that was like a possibility that could have happened. So I could have had 2 offers, and that's just a nice thought all on its own. And honestly kind of relieved that I don't have to like make a decision between 2 people. I have not yet heard back from the other agent, and it's currently now 4. It is now 4, and there is no email from this agent, so I'm cutting them off. I'm ready to get moving on this. I've drafted up an email to the offering agent. I did just want some clarification on some things in the contract, so I'm asking about that in the email. But besides that, like, I am accepting this offer of representation. Like, this is crazy. Oh my god, I'm about to have an agent. I don't know if I'm going to be able to like sign the contract today or if that's going to be tomorrow. I don't know how this works. I think I'm going to send the email. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Send. I sent it. Oh my god. Yeah, I could totally cry, but I don't want to mess up my makeup because I am going out with my mom when she gets home to get our nails done, which I'm totally doing a purple vibe to celebrate with Tim getting an agent. I'm going to have an agent. I'm just waiting for her response. This is crazy. Okay, so I went out and got my nails done, and while I was getting my nails done, the agent got back to me with the official contract. And I'm here now to sign it. This is so crazy. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna sign it on my phone. I got like this PDF thing where I can like actually put my signature in there, and that feels really exciting. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it. Oh my god. That! I sent it. Oh my god, I sent it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I signed a freaking contract. I officially have an agent. What do you mean? Oh my god. I have a literary agent. Wow. I guess I can like tell you guys now, my literary agent is Nikki Carrero from The Rights Factory. Oh my god, I am so excited to be working with her. Our visions just really aligned, and she's so sweet and so enthusiastic about this book. And oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, okay. Oh my god, I have to text everybody that I know. I have a literary agent. After 4 years, I finally have a literary agent. Oh my god, I've waited so long for this moment.